the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go. See the horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And
open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. Can make me move. does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, and if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a, yeah. Yeah, I've discussed it with myself, and I'm disgusted with the way we're told to have a certain face. I stare and wait because we aren't pixels on a screen. No, we're human, we breathe. Every single thing we see curated, it's overrated. These expectations, they keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, and if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to think, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10.
And with only 9 seconds left, this is coming down the field, and it's going to be too late. 4-1 for Exodia. Exodia take Game 7, and they are your RSCEU major champion.
Gentlemen, and welcome to the RSC EU Season 5 Elite Playoff Semi-Finals. I'm Tofu Elliott, and I'm joined tonight by Astral. Astral, how are you doing?
The one and only. I'm pretty good. Ready for some Rocket League action on a Sunday night. It's been a little while, Elliott, but it's good to be here on the RSC side of things for once. And we've got some interesting matchups tonight. I'm excited. 2 semi-finals and a best-of-7 grand final as well coming up for you. First, though, we're kicking off with IOV taking on Rise Legion or Ria's Legion. What are you thinking of these two teams, Elliott?
I think that you've got to stop talking about it so provocatively with that mustache. You're going to send the wrong impression there. There are under 18s watching, Astral. I think, do you know what? One of the things that's interested me most, actually, reading about this, is how close these final four teams are. It's obviously a different format than we're used to, playing two 4-game series throughout a season rather than best of 5 or best of 3. And looking at the stats of these teams, for example, IOV, they won 4 games, lost 4 games against Ria's Legion. So what does it tell us? You know, it's obviously going to be a difficult game for Ria's Legion, given that they're 4th seed and IOV is 1st. But realistically, they're like completely even on paper. So how do you split teams that are this close when you're looking into it?
Yeah, I mean, you look across all 4 final teams we have, and on paper they're so close. And I mean, we see games like this all the time, and it can be the finest of margins to make the difference. You got to look at the individuals and pick out the players. I mean, you look at the Ria's Legion side of thing. You've got the 2 top scorers in the Elite League, with Detroit being 2nd and Cruzy taking number 1. So you know that these guys are going to be an aggressive team on the offensive, constantly pushing forward and looking for goals. And then on the other side of the things, you've got Destiny and Ultras on IOV, and they're looking like some real top guys. You've got Destiny's top for assists in the league, and then Ultra's most MVPs, most saves, and the 2nd top scorer, tied with Detroit. So he's going to be a key man to watch out for, Ultras, on this IOV side. But I think the main difference, like you say, with how close these teams are, it'll be down to these key players and whether they can show up in the big moments.
Talking about key players, are there any that jump out to you? Obviously, we know a couple of these players from elsewhere as well, but like, are there any that jump out to you as ones you'd be expecting to make a good show here?
Well, yeah, we talked about some of the players, you know, like we say, we know Detroit and Cruzy very well, seeing those guys up around quite a bit, but this man Ultras with the 3 top stats into the top 3 is a very interesting statistic, and I've never seen this guy play before, so I'm really looking forward to see what IOV have got to offer, and especially Ultras.
Well, we are getting underway here, a best of 5 semi-final. IOV, the team in blue, head-to-head with Ria's Legion, the team in orange. And it's a little bit of a paced start, I would say, from both teams. Neither really looking to get insanely back and forth with it, but it's over to the right-hand side, off of the sidewall and up onto the backboard. Destiny there to take that one out, but losing possession immediately in the midfield. Just 45 seconds gone so far, and a lot of pressure from Orange, but nothing too urgent from either side just yet, Astral.
Yeah, a quick counter came in as well from IOV there, but they're not going to get anything from that one either. And like you say, Ria's Legion having most of the pressure. Detroit Cruzy, we expect that. They're that offensive team. We expect them to be getting forward, putting pressure on the opposition. But it's how many goals they can actually score, how many times they can find the back of the net early on against this defense. Because we've seen counterattacks come out before, and against a team this offensive, that could certainly happen, and it's something to watch out for.
Inform. Can't get it past Detroit. Destiny now going to try and turn on this, and does so effectively. Cruzy trying to shadow back now into his own corner. Will turn and get a good challenge, but Inform is there to keep the pressure up. Ultras hitting the ball, finding the target. 1-0 IOV.
Oh, Ultra is that key man coming out to play already, and read this one quicker than me, it has to be said. Straight off the ceiling. What a finish over Detroit as well, into the back of the net to get things underway. A nice counter-attack perhaps that we talked about earlier on, and IOV off to a good start.
Destiny getting the better of that kickoff, but that's straight up off of the ceiling from Fumes. Cruzy there with the angle, but can't quite find the back of the net beyond 3 keepers. Fumes up. It's up off of the backboard. Detroit a little bit preemptive there, but Destiny can't take it around Cruzy. He does manage to get a good 50 and an extra touch as well. It's going to come off of the backboard, but it's cleared pretty well downfield. Destiny sailing past the ball with Detroit there. No good touch. Ultras needing to get something on that. Both players from blue in the midfield. They're waiting. Destiny's up. Cruzy down to the left-hand side. Detroit makes a quick turn. He's up onto the ball. It's into the air. It's up and across for Cruzy, but no finish, and it's still a 1-goal margin.
Thought that was the reply right there from Ria's Legion. They put in some great pressure forward, and I have to say at times IOV are looking a little bit shaky at the back, not 100% confident. Again, there you see a backboard miss coming in from Destiny, and man is Informed, didn't really do much with it either. Had to be the 3rd man Ultras to get that one away, and if they keep defending like this, then surely Ria's Legion are going to find a way through. But at the minute, they're still hanging on.
Inform. So Ultras on the left-hand side, but Detroit is going to cut that one out. Destiny taking control, pushing downfield into the corner. Fumez has to play this one off of his own backboard, and he does manage to get a pinch downfield. Ultras a little bit awkward, but managing to take it into his other corner. Detroit's up for the shot, but can't get a clean hit on it. And now it's a chance for blue team to break downfield. Ultras is up for the double, but can't quite get the read. Fumez now. Oh, lovely little fake there. Doesn't manage to keep control, and it is another chance for Iovi to break with the counter attack. It's on target, but Detroit not struggling to get that one out to the corner. That's a little bit of a misplay, though. Fumez coming up to clean up the mistake, but it's still Iovi pressure on Ria's Legion here as Fumez plays it out into the corner. And with 90 seconds left, Iovi still looking like the team more likely to score next.
Yeah, only 2 shots on target as well for Iovi, 4 from the side of Ria's Legion, but nothing clean coming for them at all, not getting anything decent on target, and they're still, like you say, defending at this moment in time. They're going to have to try and break forward like they did earlier in the game. They had some great pressure in the first minute or so, but they really didn't do anything with it. And we might have a story of poor finishing once again if Ria's Legion lose this first game, which could be instrumental later on down the series line, but they've still got a minute or so to go. They've got to try and get themselves a goal back.
Ultras meets that one well, but with no boost, it's going to be a challenge. Oh, but it's past Cruzy. He misplayed there. Detroit read it just in time. Off of the ceiling from Destiny. Less than a minute on the clock now as Ultras comes into the corner and gets the win on the ball, but that's cleared downfield, and now a chance to get one back on the board. But Iovi just end up clearing again. Fumez starting to turn this into a game of tennis as it goes back into the blue half. Iovi now trying to clear their lines. 28 seconds left on the clock, and they just need to stay in the lead. But we need a goal from Ria's Legion to bring us all even, to take us to a game 1 overtime. Cruzy sailing past that one. Detroit coming into possession, getting a good flick in mid. The demo, not what they were after, and with 10 seconds left, that might be all she wrote here in game number 1 as it plays into the corner. It's going to be off at the backboard and clear. Iovi just have to get it down. It's up, and it is near the blue goal. Ria's Legion giving it one last chance, but Iovi are going to be the ones to take game number 1.
So close there at the end. I thought they had the goal for sure, but made contact with the wrong target. Took the player out in the goal instead of the ball. Disappointing to see for them, because I thought they deserved a goal late on in that game, but it wasn't to be. And you look from the side of Iovi, they take this first game with only 2 shots on target, one of them finding the back of the net. 50% shooting accuracy is absolutely fantastic, but in general, you'd expect a winning team to take more shots than that. But sometimes 1 goal is all it needs.
Yeah, it was a bizarre game almost, because it sort of felt like it was always stuck in 4th gear. Do you know what I mean? Like, both teams were trying to feel each other out, but neither could really get a foothold. I mean, Iovi seemed more dominant, I would say, for most of that game, but it never felt comfortable. It never felt like particularly, like we might expect from 1st seed playing 4th seed.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty close. Defensively, there was a little bit of mishaps from both ends. I think both teams not quite fully warmed up, and we could have seen probably a little bit more from them. But I mean, the goal was absolutely fantastic. The ball mid, the read off the ceiling, and the finish as well from Ultras to get it over the defender in the nick of time. And sometimes that's all it takes. I think we might see a story here of how many shots can Ria's Legion get on the target without scoring, and whether Iovi can just find that one counter-attack and get a goal. It's going to be crucial that this orange team step up their shooting percentage and get these balls on the target consistently, and finding the top corner and the bottom corner where the keepers aren't going to get to, because if they don't, they might be wasting more chances again for the rest of the night.
Not too many chances left to come. The semi-finals well and truly underway. Game number 2, Iovi, the team in blue, head-to-head with Ria's Legion, the team in orange. Cruzy cycling back round the corner there in defense as Detroit plays it upfield for Ria's Legion. It's going to come across mid. Cruzy doing well to adapt. Fumez taking a lovely touch as he plays it onto the backboard. The 50 with Destiny falling in Ria's Legion favor. Cruzy now up and above. That's not going to be a possible angle. Detroit opting to pass it out into the corner to Fumez. Can't get it across the net. Detroit getting it up into the mid for Cruzy to follow in the air. It's drawn out a defensive double commit as Detroit turns. It's off of the wall into the mid for an orange player, and although no success just yet, it's a lot of early aggression from the team in orange.
Yeah, it's a good first minute for Rears Legion, some good pressure, some good attacking play, but I thought the follow-up from their teammates weren't quite quick enough. They just seemed to be a little bit slow, chasing up the balls from their teammates and couldn't quite make the most of the offense that they had, and now they're under pressure again, which could spell bad news for them. They deal with it for now, but defensively they look really, really shaky, and they've got to get forward and take these chances, which at the minute they're still failing to do.
Cruzy taking that well off of his own backboard. Detroit getting a touch, but it's more of a pass to Ultras. And Rears Legion very fortunate not to be 1-0 down. But they're not out of the woods yet. They still need to clear their lines. Inform getting a touch onto the sidewall, but Detroit reading it well and playing it down into the corner. Destiny clears to the halfway line. Oh my goodness, what a redirect. A little knock on there from Ultras. Doesn't manage to find the target with it, but a little bit of creativity finally sparking something for one of these teams as he tries to play it in front of net again, looking for a bump, looking for a disruption there, trying to get some sort of anything different happening with these rotations at the moment. Because to be honest, I'm starting to feel like a repeat of game one in the sense that neither of these teams seems to be developing any urgency.
Yeah, they might be a little bit right here. The Ultras has popped up Destiny in front of goal, and Detroit there again to get the ball away. I was just going to mention Detroit. If you look at the scoreboard, Elliot, Detroit's on nearly the 300 mark. His teammates on double digits still as they try and create a chance, and again it's just wasted. But Detroit's doing it all on his own at the moment. He needs Cruzy and Fumes to step up and help him out because he can't lead this team as solo. He might be the captain, but it's a three-man team game, and they've got to start helping him out. Otherwise, Iovi are going to create another chance.
Fumes looking for that top corner, but Ultras is there. Cruzy knocking it back downfield to Detroit, who doesn't have the boost to get around that in quite the way he would have liked. Inform just handing possession over there a little bit too casually. But he will manage to get this one into the corner. Nonetheless, Destiny is there to follow it up. He can't find the angle, but Inform finds the open net, and it is a 1-0 lead to Iovi.
Yeah, there's the pace we've seen from Rears Legion, but at the wrong time, I think. Just a little bit too greedy to overcommit. Cruzy just sort of going flying in for the ball without really considering the opposition having control over it, and Fumes couldn't get a solid touch off the wall either, and nobody from Rears Legion then managing to get it away with Detroit not being anywhere near the net. And it was a pretty simple goal in the end. Just wait for the defenders to come out and commit, find a space to shoot in the back end, but they've got 7 shots on the board now, Iovi, and they're creating more pressure at the minute than Rears Legion are, which is surprising to see.
Detroit touch straight out to Destiny, and we might see another here, but Fumes managing to clear downfield into space, follows it himself. The shot not finding the back of the net, almost beating Ultra to that 50. Cruzy will take control on the left hand side, comes down off of the ceiling pretty well. That's a lovely touch to get it past 2. He's given Detroit the open net. It's in front of goal. Destiny clearing it out to the side, and it's downfield for the team in blue. And goodness me, how on earth is this not 1-1?
At the minute, it just doesn't feel like it's their day, does it? The orange team, they're under a bit of pressure here, but they just can't get the ball in the back of the net. You got a feel for them at times. 8 shots on the board now, 5 coming from Fumes. Still nothing registered yet that's been at any significance to cause any kind of trouble to Iovi, and 5 saves up for Detroit at this point, but they've spent a lot of time defending overall, this Rears Legion team. 50 seconds to go. We might see a little bit of urgency here again, but I think they're going to have to throw all 3 players forward. They need a goal, and they need one now, Elliot.
Well, there you have it. Goodness me, that was like a caster's blessing rather than a caster's curse. Astral with the cool Fumes, just getting that. I can't believe that has come in off of the meeting of the crossbar and the post there. Down, an absolute miracle goal for the team in orange. Rears Legion managing to draw all square here with just 35 seconds left on the clock. Detroit playing downfield, can't quite find the boost in the corner there, and he's going to leave his team a little bit vulnerable at the back here as this comes onto the backboard. Fumes reads it well, manages to get it clear enough, but Inform is there to keep the pressure on. A shot coming out now from Detroit. Oh, he doesn't manage to get the shot away in the end, but it's in front of net. The whiff from the orange defender, sacrificing the miracle goal, and they're behind again.
Yeah, Cruzy just not getting contact. I think Inform put him off. He was going off the wall in the corner as well to try and get it clear, and I think that was all it took just to distract him a little bit. And IOV get their second goal in 11 seconds. I said how important it was for Orange team to get themselves a goal, and looks like they've thrown it away before even managing to get to overtime. It's not looking good for them here with 5 seconds ticking down. They need a miracle. Detroit's upfield, but they can't find him, and looks like IOV are going to take game number 2 as well.
And that spiked down into the ground to confirm the win. IOV move on to series point here, all but banking themselves a spot in the final. 2-1, and goodness me, Ria's Legion really threw it away at the end of that game.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at the shot difference, though. We had a much more attacking game in this one. 10 shots coming out from the side of IOV and 9 from the side of Ria's Legion, but only 1 goal for that Orange side in 9 shots. It's so disappointing. Not that 2 in 10 is really much better themselves, but they got themselves the win regardless. So much more saves coming out, though. 7 on the Orange side, 5 on the Blue side, but wasn't enough for Ria's Legion. Just a little bit too little too late, and let that goal slip at the end with 1 simple whiff, and that's all it takes.
6 shots for Fumez's 1 goal and 7 shots for Destiny to score his. I think actually maybe that is the difference that I'm waiting to see right now, is that players of this caliber, we have a few Supersonic Legend tournament winners in this lobby. I just want to see a little bit more consistency and a little bit more precision in front of net than we're seeing at the moment.
Did your mum never tell you 7 times the charm, Elliot? Who needs to do it in 3, right? As long as you get there in 7, it doesn't matter. It depends how many shots you can take, though. IOV managing to take more than Ria's Legion in that game, which was surprising and not really what we expected, to be honest. But nevertheless, we're going to need to see some more of that aggressive playstyle from Ria's Legion in this 3rd game, because without it, it seems their main go-to playstyle. And when they're being out-attacked by the opposition, what chance do they have if they've got a weaker defense?
I'm wondering, do you think that there is a strategy that would expose IOV? Like, what do you think IOV's weakness is, or have so far in the semi-final that maybe could be capitalized upon by Ria's Legion?
I mean, we talk about these things quite often, right? But we've got these high-level players. These guys know how to play the game. They've had plenty of experience doing it. And at times, this IOV defense has not been perfect, especially game 1. It got better as things got along, and they did rack up quite a few saves in that last game. But they just need to be split apart, I think. They work as a unit. They work really nicely as a team. They're nicely organized. Where's the demos? We've not seen it, and we always talk about it coming out far too late. The team will pull it out when they're on match point, about to go down with 30 seconds remaining. If we can see it from the opener in this next game, it could be huge in order to turn things around. A couple of demos coming in from Detroit, Cruzy, Frumes onto that back line of IOV, and they'll open that defense right up, and that is how they're going to get some goals on the board, I think.
Off to an abrupt start there after Detroit's game crashed, and they had to rush to get him back in the lobby. Almost a very early lead there for IOV. Inform trying to make sure that one went in the back of the net, but no such luck as Detroit plays downfield. It's a cross for Inform to clear down to Destiny. That's a lovely block there to keep it in front of the orange net. It's open, but Fumez is the only one within walking distance of getting to the ball. Destiny trying to take this one up and getting an extra touch, almost finding one of the slimmest angles I've ever seen, but it is still on the field. 0-0. Game number 3. IOV on series point here. Ria's Legion absolutely need to win this game. They can only go through to the finals via a reverse sweep now, as Detroit gets that one off of the corner and downfield. And it's not quite as aggressive as a start as I would have hoped from the team in orange.
Yeah, just in the nick of time as well. Ultras was coming to take out Detroit on that goal line, but he did just get there in time. But yeah, I agree. They've not had the best first minute once again. IOV have been in control, but they've got a little bit of a chance. And you see there's some disorganization at the back, perhaps from the blue side, just clearing the ball slowly into the corner, but backwards with the defenders and looking a little bit out of position. But once again, Ria's Legion not capitalizing on that, not punishing them for their perhaps slightly out of position plays. And now all of a sudden it dies down again, and IOV get time.
Detroit's shot blocked comfortably into the corner there, but Fumez not willing to let that one die. It's across for Cruzy to play off of the backboard. Detroit is all the way at home. It took far too long to get to that one threateningly, and now Ultras has a chance on net, and it cannot be kept out. 1-0 IOV.
Yeah, it's a good shot from Ultras, you got to say, but I think Fumez did a really good shot of really good chance of getting onto that one and actually nearly saving it, but a lot of car control in the air, just trying to get rid of it. Perhaps overly complicated the save a little bit and couldn't get that one out in off the post, but well played by Ultras again. I talked about him at the start of the series and how he's going to make an impact on this series, and done absolutely that. And Ria's Legion now 1-0 down in the game 3 that they really, really need to win to turn this around.
Destiny playing that one up, met by Fumez. Pinch there with Ultras is going to make that dangerous for Ria's Legion, but they broke downfield. What a redirect on goal there. Destiny doing well to read it, but it's not going to keep Fumez from scoring, and we're all square again.
The shot is good from Fumez, this time in 1. It's only taken 1. 7th time is not always the charm, it seems, for Fumez. Destiny will have better saves than that. Looking back on it, he'll probably not want to see that one again later. But yeah, level once again, and halfway through the game, this is a much, much earlier equalizer from Ria's Legion, and it's good to see them getting forward, getting on the score sheet, and maybe this will give them the push they need to try and take this game and get ahead of their stride.
Fumez looking to get it mid, but underneath the ball, a little bit sloppy. Half the game left to play here in game number 3 as Cruzy plays it into the corner. Downfield into blue territory. Ultras coming down off of the ceiling. Fumez backflipping there, I think cancelling his jump and instead cycling back as Cruzy manages to get a touch there. Not going to stop the shot, but it isn't going to be on target. Fumez straight up onto the ball. Doesn't find a touch. Ultras is there with the shot. Rockets it into the crossbar. No, I don't think he realised the keeper was absent. We are still 1 apiece. With 2 minutes left, a lovely save there from Inform to keep things even. But Ria's Legion starting at last to come alive.
Yeah, they've had a lot of pressure in the blue side, to be fair. Detroit's last man back here is going to have to do something to deal with that flick. It's a good save. But you look at the shot difference, and Iovia taking control at the minute. 11 shots to 3. It's almost like the teams have swapped sides on their normal roles, but a good chance here from Ria's Legion, but again, the shot is not powerful enough to get anywhere past them. But they're looking much, much more solid, it has to be said, Ria's Legion. They're looking more like they're playing as a unit, looking more organised, and I think that is key if they're going to win as a team in this game number 3.
Destiny can't take it past Cruzy, but with that double commit from Fumez, they need to get something working from the back here and quickly as Ultras shoots. Can't find the target beyond Cruzy, as they're up again for a 50 there. Destiny managing to get it over to Inform on the left-hand side, but Fumez waiting in position to get that one up to Cruzy, who's not able to find a touch, and Detroit sailing clean past the ball, leaves this one 3v1 at the back, but Fumez keeping his team in it. Ria's Legion absolutely need to win this game to stay in these playoff semi-finals. Ultras getting that one downfield. Detroit getting the clear over to the right-hand side, but he doesn't have the boost to follow himself. Cruzy manages to pick up a canister at midfield on his way home. 25 seconds left on the clock as Detroit gets a bump. Turning around for the canister in the back as Iovi now scrambling to defend this counter-attack. The orange team not able to keep the ball forward now. Just going to have to hope for an overtime as Ultras playing it into the corner. Over 1. It's beyond the defender. It's going to fall in front of an open net, and Inform bangs it home. 5 seconds left on the clock. What absolute heartbreak for Ria's Legion.
Yeah, that looks like the nails have been fully hammered in the coffin there. A bump and a demo coming out from Ultras. What a way to finish that game off. Taking out one player and bumped Fumez as well on the back post just to make sure he had no chance of getting anything on that one. And an absolute nightmare for Ria's Legion with 4 seconds to go, ticking down. They've got to do something quickly. The ball, though, still in the air. Fumez has been fantastic in this game. It's up to him to keep it up. It's gone downfield towards that blue half, but I think that's all going to be all she wrote, unfortunately, and Iovi will sweep Ria's Legion in this semi-final.
That is such a bizarre sweep, you know? Like, I've never had a sweep feel that close, I don't think. I mean, really, any of those games could have gone the other way. Like, I don't think that it was necessarily even. Iovi were more dominant, particularly for the first 2 games. But I would not have been surprised. You know, it could so easily have been 3-0 Ria's Legion with just like a little bit of luck the other direction. And I just don't know if we saw as clear a separation as we would have liked. But I mean, it's on paper. 16 shots coming out from the team in blue compared to 4 on the other side. That's 4 times as many shots. You're going to have probably more chance of winning the game.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's the strangest thing, you know. We talked about how close it was, and that Ria's Legion actually played quite well in this third game, and yet the opposition got 4 times their shots. It didn't seem like Iovi got most shots of the game in that final match, but in general, I think it just felt like Ria's Legion were doing a much better job of defending. Perhaps the saves were making a big difference, and that's why it looked like they were actually taking control of the game, because they were getting rid of the ball and not conceding over and over again like they were with the small amount of chances Iovi were generating before. But we talk about being clinical, and just in these earlier games in the series, Ria's Legion just didn't do that. They were putting plenty of pressure on Iovi time and time again. The shots weren't coming good and didn't find the back of the net enough.
Well, Iovi 3-0 in the semi-final, booking their place in the grand final of the Elite playoffs here. We are going to take a short break before we come back to bring you the other semi-final game, Volvo V70 versus Notorious VIG, the winner of which will move forward to play Iovi in the grand final after that. So don't go anywhere. We've got plenty more.
Heading down Cali, driving round with my baby. Top drops and raindrops, motion got me all faded. My heart got me going all crazy, and I won't be walking away. Yeah, New York in the sunshine, I'm a fool, yeah. I got love blind, and ooh yeah, got my heart out, and it's covered in gold, like moonlight over Hollywood, and it's cool, yeah, 'cause you know it's good. Oh baby, we'll never get old. You got it going on, I'll be there in a heartbeat. Tell me your favorite song, I'll put it on repeat. I could wait for you forever, through the storms or any weather. Yeah, you're like New York in the sunshine, I'm a fool, yeah. I got my love blind, and ooh yeah, got my heart out, and it's covered in gold, like moonlight over Hollywood, and it's cool, yeah, 'cause you know it's good. Oh baby, we'll never get old. Down Cali, driving round with my baby. Top drops and raindrops, motion got me all faded. My heart got me going all crazy, and I
waking up, I'm done feeling your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause let's start over now. Rewind. And I won't let you go. I need you by my
RSC EU Season 5 Elite Playoff Semi-Finals. And we are bringing you the other series here. Volvo V70, Notorious VIG, second seed versus third after we watched first versus fourth in the first one. What are you thinking about this matchup, Astral?
Looks like an interesting one, I have to say. I don't think you're running a Volvo V70, Elliot, though. Looks like you've stepped through a portal into the void instead. But anyway, a Volvo V70 is reliable. I can tell you that. Maybe you should try one from time to time. Yeah, on their side for the second seed, we've got Captain Vector. You know him very well, your former teammate. Bob, Franz, and Renieren against Notorious VIG, which is Marmon, Capra, and Matty Mumu, who are three players we know very well from Dortmund Esports franchise over in the IL. But once again, we have a really interesting head-to-head record between two teams that are both 4-4. So this should be, once again, a really, really close series, I think. Or at least we hope for, but the last one was far from what we thought it would be.
It certainly was. I mean, last time it was almost too close. Neither of the teams could actually get anything going. And in the end, IOV managed to eke out a victory. I say eke out. They swept them cleanly, and yet it just didn't feel like the dominant performance that it appeared on paper. And I'm wondering, are we going to see something different here with this Volvo versus Notorious matchup? And particularly, I'm curious if a team here can really show some dominance and actually go through cleanly into the final. Is that momentum gonna be enough to take them to victory overall against a team IOV that just didn't get anything going in the semis?
I mean, yeah, it could be important. I just want to take your attention quickly to the stats we got on screen. These two teams, both 36 wins, 20 losses, bang equal. But Volvo V70 getting a lot more goals, 24 more than the Notorious VIG, but slightly less goals conceded on that orange side. The saves pretty equal, just 6 in it. But saves against, Volvo V70 getting a lot more. So once again, showing that they're probably a much more aggressive team, kind of like we had in the previous game with Ria's Legion. But that didn't come to pass, and IOV ended up getting more shots than them. But once again, it seems to appear to have that matchup on paper, but their shooting percentage actually lower than the notorious VIG. So less shots, but making them count on that orange side. But we'll see. But back to your point, Elliot, about the momentum carrying through, I think it will be important. You know, when you play that first semi-final, you have a break. You've got to wait for that other best of 5 to play. It can kill you. It can slow you down a little bit, and kind of you waste away during that off time where you could play ranked, but you might not be quite as up to speed as if you were playing in a fully competitive semi-final like the one between these guys. So it could make a big difference. It could affect the final outcome, but we'll wait and see, and we'll get into the second semi-final.
Yeah, no point getting us ahead of ourselves just yet. The second semi-final getting underway. Marmoen and Oosi up for the kickoff. Matty Moo not able to get that one clear beyond Vector, who looks for Franz with the pass. Marmoen able to get this one out, wave dashing, bouncing downfield with no boost. Capra coming up to take control of the ball and get that one in front of the blue net. Franz now cycling back, getting a pass all the way, pushing forward, getting a shot off for Marmoen to clear out. Vector getting a shot onto the front post. Matty Moo clearing downfield, and it is a much more aggressive start from both teams than we saw in the previous semi-final.
Yeah, the previous semi-final, I think, took all the way till game 3 before the shots started to rack up. They did do so in that final game, though. But yeah, we might have a really, really aggressive offensive game in this one. I think we will have seen Capra and Marmoen play plenty of times. I know they like to be aggressive, and I think looking by the stats, we'll expect the same thing from Volvo, and you knowing firsthand how good Vector can be, a real danger man going forward, as the stats suggest as well. So this one's going to be a really exciting one, just a minute gone.
Oosi can't get that one beyond Matty Moo, but Franz is there to get something forward. That is an unfortunate pinch. Oosi getting let off the hook there as it comes out of the inside of the post. Matty Moo's pass is fantastic. Marmoen can't wrap his car quite around it as he might have hoped. Turning in after collecting the mid boost, Franz is able to take it beyond him. Capra's touch met by Oosi. Marmoen cleaning up there, can't get the pinch he was hoping for with Capra. Matty Moo taking some improvised control of the ball and looking for a demo on Vector. The blue defender dodging and moving downfield to get on the end of this ball. Marmoen turning upfield, looking for a canister in the midfield and finding one. Matty Moo down and waiting for Franz's touch, but not able to beat Vector to the ball, demolishing him instead. Very end-to-end stuff here, and it's difficult to tell which team is going to score first.
Yeah, end-to-end, but I think a little bit more like tennis than usual Rocket League. We've still only got one shot either side. Might come out a second one, but once again, doesn't happen. Yeah, we got second seed, though, and third seed in this game. And I just want to take a look at Vector, because he is a really star man. He's got second most MVPs in the league. He's the third top scorer, and he's second on saves. I'm not quite sure how, as a player on a team, you become the top scorer on your team, but also the top saves man, and he's second on assists. So across his team, he's the top for all three, and that's third top scorer in the league, second top saver in the league, and second on assists as well. It's absolutely crazy statistics. So I'd keep an eye on the blue side, but more importantly, keep an eye on Vector and what he can bring to this reliable family car roster as 2 minutes are gone in this game.
Vector not able to sneak that one under Marmoen at the front post. We'll have to get a touch here down to Franz. It's well worked. Franz able to keep possession, but losing that one in the air. Matty Moo taking his time as he comes down off of the backboard there. Marmoen looking for a touch, but has to be Capra. Vector onto the backboard. Matty Moo playing it out to Capra, and that's well beat in the air there. Oosi having to get a touch, not able to get it beyond Marmoen as Vector gets it out to the side. Taking a touch himself, manages to find a little bit of space down the left flank, and he will look for the disruption here as Marmoen manages to clear, but it's a little bit hasty, and downfield we are going to see the team in orange break forward. Vector now getting a touch to Oosi, who takes it onto the left, but Capra is perfectly positioned to get an offensive touch and play that one back into blue territory, and with just over a minute on the clock, neither team looking capable of finishing any of their aggression yet.
No, but it means we might get some late last-minute drama, Elliot, and we love to see that, as Marmoen thought he had a great chance there, but did get denied by Volvo V17. Yeah, like you say, this is a really end-to-end game. It's honestly been really tight for shots as well, just two either side. And one small decision like this could decide it, but Franz gets denied by a fantastic save from Marmo to keep it level. 40 seconds left, Elliot. It's still 0-0. Who you got taking this one?
Whoever scores next, I actually can't call this at all, but Capra's gonna look for the target. Vector able to clear all the way downfield. Just 30 seconds left on the clock as Vector can't quite send it home. He's looking for something here to interrupt, but might have been better just to go back immediately. OOC able to play it downfield and over the top. Matty Mumu looking for the pass inside, but Franz is there to read. Vector now having to take a touch here, but he won't be able to get there before Capra. Matimu with the shot, and the dunk is good. 8 seconds left, and Notorious VIG take the lead.
Absolute heartbreak for Volvo V70. That family car not looking so reliable as Matty Mumu finds a way through. And it was so close, you thought the 50 would do enough just to deny this shot, but forces it through with the force of a cow. I think some real two-ton stuff there to get the ball through. Vector with a final chance, but as long as Matty Mumu deals with this, the ball should be hitting the ground. A late equaliser, though, still pending. See if the ball drops to the ground. It looks like we're going to do so, Elliot, and they will get themselves to safety just in time.
Wow. Notorious VIG with... what a late second goal there to wrap things up. Matty Mumu out of nowhere just managing to drive that one through the last man. And a game of not many opportunities, you know, 4 shots from the team orange, 5 shots from team blue, but it really didn't feel like a particularly shot oriented game.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a really open-ended game, to be honest. The ball playing from either side, like you say, quite open-ended, quite free-flowing, and it was good to see both teams getting forwards, trying to create chances. Very attacking. Marmon was pretty decisive at the back as well for Notorious VIG. 3 saves on the board. Got 3 shots as well. The most aggressive and most defensive on his team. Gets that 406 points and the MVP medal for good measure. But overall, a great team performance from them and from Volvo V70. They just happened to get beat out by a pinch of all things as Matty Mumu forced it through. But sometimes you need that bit of brute force to get the job done.
Volvo V70 not managing to get on the scoreboard there in game 1. Do you think that there's anything that they need to be working on here heading forward in this series?
I mean, we saw throughout that game that either team could have scored, to be honest. I mean, it was really close, and it was one chance which you wouldn't even think would have gone in that scored the goal. So I don't think they can be too disheartened about not getting on the score sheet in that game. I think either side would have been fortunate to do so, but once again, I think it's going to take a moment of magic. We're going to need these individual players to step up. We're going to need something special coming out of that man Marmon or Vector to step up for Volvo, and I'm really excited to get into game 2 and see if we can get some more free-flowing attacking Rocket League coming in early on. And there's the opening goal from Capra 3 seconds in.
We waited 4 minutes and 52 seconds in game 1 for a goal, and game 2 has brought us the opener 3 seconds in. You love that kind of variation. Variety is the spice of life, and Rocket League is our dish. Semi-finals well and truly underway here as Notorious VIG looks to go 2 up, but Vector with that last minute save. Franz helping out as well to keep them only 1 goal down, but the worst conceivable start for Volvo V70 heading into game 2, no?
Yeah, I mean, not ideal for them at all, but you could look at it the other way and say, you know, the earlier you concede, the earlier you've got, the more time you've got to get yourself back on the score sheet. So they can look at it in the opposite and think they've got over 4.5 minutes to get themselves an equaliser. Plenty of time in what is an unpredictable game of Rocket League that looks really close, and I don't think they should be too concerned about conceding 1 goal in the opening minute.
Franz looking for Vector, but it's a little bit too far beyond his reach. Owosi will turn on this in the midfield. Marmoen having to take an awkward touch there, and Owosi trying to make sure he gets punished. Franz with the shot. Matty Mumu taking that one to the left-hand side for Capra to give chase, and that's a nice little flick mid to Marmoen. Can't quite get that one on target. Vector sailing past the ball, but it opens up for a lovely passing play back and forth with Franz, and Vector can't quite finish. Marmoen with an absolutely clutch save there on the line. Good pressure from Volvo, but Notorious still in the lead.
Love that hold-up play from Franz in front of the goal, just trying to catch the VIG side out a little bit by blocking the ball as it was rolling towards the net, kind of saving it in his own right, but baiting them out and allowing a free shot from Vector. Unfortunately, it didn't quite go the right way for them and they couldn't get it over the line, but it was a great chance created, and they're looking to get more on onto the net here, pushing it once again back into middle, and they're really starting to step into this game, Volvo V70. In the last minute or so, they're starting to get more and more aggressive, level up their play, and they're looking really, really good at the minute for a goal. And if they can find that equaliser, they're straight back into this one, but they've got to be careful of those counter-attacks, Elliot.
And here comes one now. Marmoen getting the double off of the backboard. 2-0 Notorious.
Yeah, it was looking dangerous as soon as Marmoen popped that one up. Nobody back in time. Wosey just got to the goal line, but not getting anywhere near it to save it. A brilliant finish from Marmoen. That's what he's capable of. And yeah, like you say, 2-0 in the lead now. Notorious VIG, more work for Volvo V70.
Vector coming up and getting a good pinch there, but it's bounced off of the corner awkwardly. Owosi with a good read, but Masi Mumu will find a clear downfield, and it's straight up the middle there. Marmoen able to get there first, not able to find any follow-up though with no boost. He is going to draw his team out as well, a little bit overexposed. But Masi Mumu will find a pass to Marmoen, and it's straight back on the offensive for Notorious VIG. Capra blocking in midfield there, sending Vector running over to the left-hand side, and Marmoen will come out on top. Owosi can't find the clear either, but Franz is able to. It's lovely little passing play as Owosi gets the ball downfield into orange territory here, just over halfway through game 2. That's a lovely passing play. Vector able to get a save there, but Notorious still looking very strong.
Yeah, fantastic save from Vector to stop them getting a third goal on that orange side. But if there was someone following up from Owosi, he had a great ball into midfield, but both of his teammates on the blue side had backed off and saw that chance go astray, which could have been a great one. Again, there's a pass there a little bit late that time, but nevertheless, these passes are coming in from Owosi, and I want to see Franz or Vector get up and try and put them on target. Seems like those two are both dropping back, playing defensive, looking to not concede and play that kind of defensive game, but they're 2 goals down. I want to see them push forward and get on the front foot. They've got a minute and a half. They need 2 goals. They've got to do something, Elliot.
Marmoen's touch. Capra giving chase. Vector's going to beat him, but he doesn't have the boost to make anything of it. 90 seconds left as Capra gets that one clear off of the backboard. Franz with the read and Vector with the follow-up. It's on the backboard again. Owosi needs to get round it, and that's absolute precision to bring them back within 1.
Yeah, fantastic stuff from Owosi. Great little touchdown. He's been fantastic throughout the last 4 minutes or so of this game, and beating out Mati Mumu there, who's been giving a great performance at the back as well, to put that one in with some power and get themselves back into contention. There's a minute and 15. That is plenty of time to score a goal and get themselves level. Just got to make sure not to concede again, because it feels like at the minute, whenever we talk about a team needing a goal, they end up conceding at the other end. So they've got to be careful, but they've time to score.
Marmoen with the shot, and as if your caster's curse has just turned into an ability to see the future. What's going on, Astral?
Some do call me a wizard, some call me Harry, but yeah, like we say, Notorious VIG looking so strong. Another goal for Marmoen, 5 shots on the board now as well. It's just crazy. It's getting kind of out of hand at this point, but I don't want to repeat myself, sound like a broken record. 2 goals is still within their grasp for Volvo V70, but it's looking worse and worse as the time goes on, and every time Marmoen gets forward, it looks like he's going to score, so they've got to watch out for him.
Franz trying to get to that one, and Vector is going to beat him to it and turn upfield as Capra sails past. Marmoen passing up to the man in orange, who finds himself with no boost as Owosi comes downfield with the ball. Mati Mumu closing that one down immediately. It's in front of the blue net again. Volvo V70 absolutely need a goal, and they need one now. Marmoen's clear. Going to be turned on by Vector at some point, but he shadows all the way back into defense. 20 seconds left on the clock as he gets a touch, controlling the ball. Still Vector looking for the fake there before passing mid, but as he doesn't manage to find it. 10 seconds left. This game is over, and we are going forward onto series point and the potential for another sweep in the second semi-final.
It's crazy, honestly, baffling that we're going to be at that point again already. They're looking for a second goal, Volvo V70, but it looks like they're not going to find it. France will keep it up, but giving it away. And I think, like you say, to be on the potential of another sweep in a semi-final is something I absolutely did not expect. When you look at the head-to-head of these teams and they look bang on even, they've got equally good players on both sides, but just not happening for this blue side at the minute. But that could create a really, really spicy final if we get there with 2 sweeps. Could make a really, really interesting one. But at the minute, we'll see if Volvo V70 can turn this one around in game 3, 4, and maybe even 5.
More shots coming out from Notorious VIG there. 10 compared to the 4 they got in game number 1. And it did feel a lot more dominant and a lot more aggressive from them. Do you think that Volvo are going to be able to stand up to that kind of aggression heading forward with this much pressure on them?
I think absolutely. I think that they stood quite well. They defended quite well as a team, but it seemed like Volvo were just hesitant to get forward at times. I talked about Awosi putting that ball middle, teammates not being there. Vector, we know how good he is at scoring goals. The stats say it. It's all over the stats board, but not managing to get anything on target here to make anything valuable for Volvo V70 in this second game. And he's got to find something now. They've got to start getting on the front foot and getting shots on goal, which I think they're just not doing. And unfortunately, they're conceding to that individual brilliance from Marmoen, which we know all too well. But perhaps they can demo him, take him out, relieve some pressure. But we need to see them getting forward and being a little bit more confident, I think, in front of goal.
Game 3, series point in favor of the Notorious VIG here, looking to claim a sweep over Volvo V70, the team in blue. As we move forward, Awosi looking for the opener here, only 15 seconds in. No such luck for Volvo, but they will keep the aggression. Vector going up, beaten out by Marmoen in the air. Mati Mumu sailing clean past that one as Vector gets a touch down to Franz, playing that one in front of net. Trying to scramble back, a bit of a not a very, what would you say, elegant start. It's a bit all over the place. No one keeping control of the ball for too long. The passes are not too direct, but to be expected in this kind of situation. What a, oh my goodness, Awosi, disgusting. Astral, what's he doing?
A fake and then a bump as well. Not sure how he got that one. Just came over from Capra. Marmoen was trying to get through to challenge it. He got taken out the way as well. How? Out of nowhere. He talks about no elegance whatsoever. Awosi's just gone strolling through that orange defense on his way to the goal line. Just popping to the shops almost. Seemed to be no challenge there whatsoever. Just taking a happily trip down to the shops. Walks his way in. Finds themselves a goal that Volvo V70 couldn't find for the life of him in the previous game. But maybe that is what they needed to come to life now. France and, I was going to say Vector could be motivated by that goal, but things have turned around once again.
Back to the old ways. The caster's curse has returned. Mati Mu finding the equalizer just barely moments after Volvo take the lead.
Yeah, they're back on the scoreboard once again. I think they're going to be very difficult to deny this Notorious VIG side, to be honest. And once again, it's Marmoen not quite being there, but Mati Mumu doing the bits when he's not there. And we've seen a huge performance from Mati Mumu, and I know he's a solid player, but I've never seen him play quite this well. In the first game especially, he was on fire for this orange side, and that's what we've not really seen from the blue side at the minute. No individual stepping up. We obviously saw that great goal from Awosi, but other than that, it's been very lackluster. They've been trying to work as a team, but nothing coming off. That would have been a fantastic goal if they find it, but they didn't. Still 1-1.
Capra's up for that one, gets a touch, and it is going to fall in front of the blue net. No one coming for that one with any sort of urgency. Awosi getting a demo on one. Capra flying through the smoke there, trying to get a shot on. Starting to see some demo plays here for the first time, frankly, in either semi-final. Both teams starting to get more and more aggressive to try and pick each other apart. Vector's there with the redirect, can't get that one under the crossbar. Marmoen's touch over Awosi is going to cut down the defense, and he just needs to put it on, but he's cut it too far and managed to put it all the way across net. We're still even halfway through game 3.
Yeah, Notorious VIG though, once again going forward and trying to look to end it, but this defense has been better from Volvo V70. They've had equal shots as well with the orange side, but I'm still just a little bit concerned about the way they get forward. It might be the pace that they play at that's slightly slower than the orange side, despite them being a higher seed, a second seed actually, but again, being very, very fortunate not to concede another goal from Mati Mumu. And you talked about the demos. We saw them last series, but only late into the game 3, and it's the same story. Game 3, we're on series point. We're seeing the demos come out, but they need to come out earlier. But they could be key now, Elliot. They could be key in deciding who wins this game.
Capra with a lovely little play to get that in front of Marmoan at the edge of the blue penalty box. Vector with a 50 out, and that's going to leave Capra stranded alone at the back. Marmoan finally able to get back and take over. He will be able to find a touch aerially, but there's no one orange waiting on the inside to receive that pass. Franz up off of the ceiling. He does find it mid to Vector, who gets an interesting 50 with Capra. It's not favorable, and it is going to be a chance for Notorious VIG to break downfield again. Matty Mumu in the corner. Franz able to get control, collect his thoughts, but it's going to be two blue players out of position and downfield as Owosi falls on the ball. Capra's there with the shot. And Volvo V70 go down with just over a minute on the clock.
Brilliant bit of team play here from Marmo, and just deciding to play infield perfectly in front of Capra to find the pass, deciding not to be greedy and go for that shot, which could have come off the post. Finds his teammate in a perfect position, a perfect as well first time finish from Capra to get themselves back into the lead. And again, this Notorious VIG team, they just look so good when they go forward. The attacks are so strong, the passing is so valuable and key to their scoring, but they just seem a bit unstoppable and like they're going to go for a sweep once again.
Oh, Marmoan's there. There's no one home. 3-1, and it seems like Volvo might have just given up.
Yeah, pulling out my wizard crystal ball there once again. Marmoan getting another goal. Feel like a broken record with how many times he's scored tonight already, and he could be very, very dangerous in the final should they make it. 55 seconds for Volvo V70 to find 2 goals, Elliot.
52 seconds indeed. Vector up for the ball, not finding a touch. It's all falling apart for the team in blue. Owosi able to squeeze that one past 2, past 3. He's gone on to collect the boost and get in position for a pass. Franz is up onto the ball. Owosi's going to knock one out of the way. Vector looks to fake, and it almost works. Matty Mumu sailing downfield as Vector gets this one on target, just looking to sneak it past. 25 seconds left on the clock. They need an absolute miracle now, and they need Marmoa not to score, but he's never going to miss that.
But they'd have to be paying him off not to miss from there. We know how dangerous he is. Another strike right into the top corner. That looks like it's going to put the Volvo V70 to bed, unfortunately. I think this one's a write-off, Elliot. I don't think there's any coming back to 1997 to save this car. It looks to be all but broken and banged up as the Notorious VIG go rolling through to the final.
Marmoan not able to get that one out in time, and it's too little too late here as France puts one on the board for Volvo. Can
you imagine? Maybe there's a slight chance. It would be an absolute miracle if it came about. They need another kickoff goal. I'm going to let you take it away, Elliot, that miracles can happen.
Hector not assuring his own miracle there. Franz taking too much time. He needs 2 quick-off goals, and Matty Mumu save the final nail in the coffin of the reliable family car. Notorious VIG claiming a clean sweep over Volvo V70 to book their ticket to the grand final.
Yeah, and I'll run it off with another great save from Matty Mumu at the end there to stop that 3rd goal coming in from Volvo V70. And a fantastic performance from VIG across the whole series, really, across every game. Of course, Marmo, and he was the key man. He usually is. He's always a star player, whatever roster he plays on. But fair play to Capra as well and Matty Mumu. They gave a fantastic effort. But overall, Volvo V70, they just looked a little bit out of character, to be honest, and just not quite good enough for me.
Yeah, and you were talking before the series about some of the players in the Volvo V70. I mean, Vector is the one I want to pick out here, obviously, my old teammate. I just don't think it was his night. You know, we're looking at someone with, as you mentioned before, you know, 3rd most goals in the league, right? 2nd most assists, 2nd most saves, 2nd most MVPs, and yet he was nowhere to be seen this evening.
Yeah, I mean, I talked about him in the 2nd game, I believe, or the 1st game, just breaking down his stats and how strong he was, and he just never showed it. That was one thing my crystal ball wasn't predicting tonight, was for that to not appear. And it's a real shame that we didn't see them really get on the score sheet at all. I mean, Owosi obviously scored that brilliant fake going all the way through the defence, but that was the most action we really got from Volvo V70. And the team play from the orange side was just so much stronger.
A really, really good effort from Notorious VIG to be sure, and they have moved on now to the grand final. Commiserations to Volvo V70. It was not a bad shout, to be honest. And the strangest thing is, with both of these semi-finals, it really didn't have to go that way. I feel like Notorious were a little bit more dominant than we saw from IOV, but I'm wondering, do you think that we're going to see the seeding show its predictive capabilities in the final, or do you think Notorious are in with a good chance?
I mean, it's wide open, isn't it? At this point, we look at it. We've got VIG, of course, against IOV. For once, we actually don't have an even head-to-head record. IOV getting the better of them in a 5-3, but still, once again, really close. And I think VIG could flip it on its head, to be honest, with how strong Mormon was looking. Matty Mumu playing incredibly well. It's going to be a really, really interesting final. I'll say that for sure. And if you guys are watching, you do not want to miss this one.
Well, I can't wait. We are going to take a very short break here just to get some water and get our graphics sorted. But we will be back with a best of 7 series, the grand final, IOV versus the Notorious VIG. Don't go anywhere.
You hurt me, you did, several times. It hurts to admit that we're no different. I find it hard to commit, but you don't even try. Still, I'm better with than without you. Oh, I'm on it, I want it, but why do you seem to call in your eyes? I can't tell if you're here or you're out there. Do you wanna be out there? You don't need to be Prince Charming to me. I just need this to be real. I don't need no fairy tale. You don't need a killer dragon for me. Ooh, I don't need no fairy tale. We run and go still every time. Whatever it is, I keep on trying. 'Cause it ain't hard to forgive when you know what it's like. That's why I'm better with than without you. Oh, I'm on it, I want it, but why do you seem to call in your eyes? I can't tell if you're here or you're out there. Do you wanna be out there? You don't need to be Prince Charming to me. I just need this to be real. I don't need no fairy tale. You don't need a killer dragon for me. Ooh, I don't need no fairy tale. You don't need to be
the grand final of this RSC EU Season 5 Elite Playoffs. I'm Tofu Elliott, and I'm still joined by Astral, Iovi versus Notorious VIG. Who is taking it? What do you think about these teams?
Grand final time, baby. Yeah, we're going to round somebody off as a champion after this series, which is really, really exciting. Going to be a great one. Like you say, we've just seen the Notorious VIG, and they played some seriously good Rocket League, didn't they? As they took down Volvo V70, Marmone Capra, and Matty Mumu getting the job done. And of course, Iovi, though, doing the same thing in the series just before with Destiny Ultras and Inform, absolutely sweeping Ria's Legion off the table as well. So we got two back-to-back sweeps, two really solid teams, and one very interesting grand final.
I can't believe both of the semi-finals were sweeps. It really, with after we talked so much at the beginning of this broadcast about how close these final four teams are and how tight we expected this to be, I don't think either of us expected 2-3 game series in the semi-finals.
No chance. I expected at least to see a game 4, but we're on to a different kettle of fish now, aren't we? We've got a best of 7, which is surely going to spice something up. There's no way we're going to see a 4-0 sweep. I can't imagine seeing that coming, especially with how good these two teams looked. We've got to get at least to a game 6-5, maybe, surely.
Well, I mean, you never know. I think our predictions are well off the table now. Something that is interesting is the two semi-finals. Each team had won 4 games out of the 8 they played total against each other over the course of the season. But Iovi actually have won 5, and Notorious VIG have only won 3 of their respective games against each other. And that's actually interesting because I think Notorious VIG coming into this have all the momentum. You know, they played more recently. Their game was a little bit higher paced, I would say, a little bit more of a challenge. And I think Iovi, having been sat there now, it's gonna put them at a little bit of a disadvantage at the very least, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I have to agree. I think if you want to be coming straight off the back of another intense game, I mean, you're going to be fired up. You're going to be playing your best Rocket League, hopefully, and in a good position to then go on and beat the next team. So you've got to give Notorious VIG a little bit of favour, having played that second semi-final. Maybe that first seed didn't quite help Iovi as much as they thought it would, but we'll see. You know, that they should be a good enough team that they can come back and come out rolling again in this grand final after a little break. Maybe they've had a chance to refresh themselves, put their feet up and relax and enjoy watching the other semi-final, and now they'll come back stronger than ever. But you just never know with Rocket League, honestly. We could come out and see either team firing or neither team firing, but we'll wait and see.
A best of 7 as well. It does give a little bit more of a run-up, a little bit more runway for Iovi to kind of get themselves in the game and to get back up to speed after a little bit of a break. And I mean, to be honest with you, at least it was only 3 games. It was a clean sweep, because if it had gone to game 5 at overtime, who knows how long they might have been waiting.
Yeah, I mean, that could have made it a lot worse, like you're saying. But then again, would that have put some doubts in VIG's mind coming into the next game that they very nearly could have lost? But obviously, in this case, they didn't. They got the sweep. The wait was shorter, like you say, but a best of 5 being a 3-0 is still long enough and still might have some effect. I think we might have a little bit of rustiness to blow off in game 1, but the difference is if you play a poor game 1, we've got 7 games to turn it around instead of 5, and that can make a really big difference, I think.
Looking at the stats here, like I mentioned with the 5-3 kind of game swing over the course of the season, do you think that actually means anything once we get to the finals, or do you think it's just kind of an irrelevant piece of data?
I mean, obviously it depends when they played as well, but you look at it in general, if they played in week 1, I mean, a lot of things can change since then. Players improve. Players, strive on a lot. They get much, much better, or potentially worse if they haven't played, but most of the time that's not the case. But also they get used to playing as a team and playing around each other. And of course, there's another thing of just how well they play on the night, which obviously has absolutely no effect on what happened in the first week. And sometimes, and I think that was in Ria's Legion's case, they just didn't turn up tonight. These two teams, however, looked a little bit stronger, but probably the Notorious VIG looked a little bit stronger in their game, but we'll see what happens.
Ultras #1 in the league for MVPs leading up to the finals here of the playoffs. Also tied second for the most goals with Detroit. Cruzy, the only man scoring more. Destiny getting most assists and on the board for saves. Ultra's actually getting the most saves and tied second for cycles. And just so many individual brilliant stats. Do you think that this is going to be a game of individual skill, or do you think that we're going to see the better team unit win?
I mean, it depends when you look at the team and how they play as a whole. I think Iovi do play quite a structured team play but certainly what we saw in that first semi-final, whereas Notorious VIG, it was kind of a case of Matty Mumu being an absolute brick wall at the back in front of the goal and Marmoen being a star man in front of goal. So it could kind of go either way. Honestly, I think both teams have got really star individual players. So perhaps how those individual players can work as a team as well could be vital, yeah.
Just having a little bit of a technical issue as we try to get the last man in the lobby. Perhaps someone not turned cross-platform play on yet, but it is getting there slowly. So I think I'm gonna have to push you for a prediction, Astral. What is your your crystal ball has been pretty spot on so far tonight. What's the final score after 7 games?
I don't think we're going to see 7 games. I think we're going to see 6 games. I'm going to say the Notorious VIG, the Beaver squad, they're going to take it in 6 games. We're going to see 4-2 to the orange side.
4-2 to Notorious VIG. Well, we are underway. The grand finals kicking off in style as Notorious VIG take a very early lead.
Capra has a habit of scoring very, very early on, doesn't he? Did the exact same thing in the semi-final series just a minute ago, and now coming out firing once again, and it's great to get your team flowing so early on and get that confidence going, which is going to really, really help his team, I think, throughout the rest of the series and this game in particular.
Ultras looking for Inform, but it's just a bit too far downfield, although Capra inadvertently helping them out there, stalling the ball. Marmoen faking it for Capra to come and clear downfield. 1-0 early on to Notorious VIG, and they certainly will be happy about banking an early lead, but it's not going to be enough as Destiny finds the top corner beautifully.
Yeah, quick answer goal. We love to see a quick reply to spice things up a little bit. A demo was coming in from Matty Mumu to try and take out Destiny as well, but didn't quite find it in time. I love that Destiny's changed his name as well to Marmoen Be Careful. Maybe a little bit of mind games trying to play between the two teams, but off 30 seconds gone and 1-1.
Iovi cracking back immediately there. No such doubts about the momentum being in Notorious VIG's favor as the team in blue come downfield again, trying to cut Matty Mumu off in midfield, but that whiff is going to put them in a dangerous situation here. Destiny able to top it up behind, above the crossbar, but it is still orange pressure here, although that double commit forward is going to leave them vulnerable. Inform trying to capitalize on that, putting it all the way towards the backboard for the orange team. Ultra is coming across, not able to put it in front of net. Marmoen clear, not able to get it beyond Destiny. Matty Mumu's big pass downfield just met by Inform as Capra comes and pops it onto the backboard for Marmoen, who slots that one home. 2-1 Notorious VIG.
That's absolutely brilliant. Look at this bit of team play. Matty Mumu gets the demo to take out the man in the front post. Capra finds the backboard pass, and Marmoen does the rest. A brilliant team play from this orange side. All three of them working fantastically together to get themselves in the lead. And you just love to see plays like that with teams just stepping up, just joining and showing their synergy as a team. And what a brilliant piece of play, Elliot.
Inform into the corner. Matty Mumu's touch met by Ultras. The pass midfield. Destiny is up and with a lovely bit of control to the backboard with the double touch to bring us square.
Marmoen, be careful. After all, you've got your match. You've certainly found it. Destiny slamming it over Capra to level it up, like you say, and all square. And this is going to be a serious game, isn't it? You talked about some individuals at the start. Destiny versus Marmoen at the minute, and they're certainly got sparks flying in this game number 1.
Ultra's up there, but Marmoan is going to be first to the ball. 2 minutes gone here in game number 1, and we are off to an absolute firecracker as Inform puts that one above the orange net. Marmoan coming in to clear it out to the right-hand side. The pass infield to Capra is good. Ultra's not able to find a touch, and Capra is there to put them in the lead again.
Capra, it's good to see Capra get on the scoreboard as well. We didn't see loads from him in that previous semi-final series. The other two seem to be taking centre stage, but it's a brilliant shot that gets round Inform and beat off the first player as well to give them back in the lead. And already we've got 5 goals. We're not even halfway through this game yet. And suddenly we've got a real series on our hands here, one that's really coming alive.
Destiny following up here as he has enough boost to keep it going. Capra able to get in the way, putting his body on the line to keep that one out as Marmoan breaks downfield for Notorious. Capra's up. He's going to be the only one challenging as Inform puts that one in front of Matty Mumu. Marmoan can't get there first, and Ultras is going to find Inform on the inside as they break downfield, but the team in blue not able to get what they wanted. 3-2 is the scoreline. The team in orange eking out a lead at the moment, but goodness me, this has been a step up in quality and a half from the semi-finals, wouldn't you say?
Could not agree more with you, to be honest. The level of gameplay in this one is Inform makes up for missing that chance earlier on and not making contact with the ball at all on the counter. Gets his goal to bring us back level once again. But yeah, like you were saying, this game is so much closer and so much of a higher level as well than those previous 2 semi-finals we've seen. It's really coming alive and showing 2 quality teams, and in the end, 2 of the best teams, if not the 2 best teams in the elite playoffs.
Capra up for that one, but not finding the second touch. Matty Mumu is going to keep it in the corner pretty awkwardly. Marmoan just getting a touch and making it uncomfortable. Matty Mumu following up and keeping that pressure on. Notorious VIG just doing what they can to make things awkward for the team in blue. Iovi not able to clear their lines just yet. Destiny finding a touch on the right here and able to get a block in midfield, but Marmoan left unchallenged as he gets that pass up to Capra. Capra's whiff, though, is going to leave this one a little bit awkward for his teammates as Inform fakes that one, allowing Destiny to come and take a touch. The pass is only going to find Capra as Inform touches that one forward to Destiny, who gets an incredible controlling touch, but is not able to find anything goalward. And with just over 60 seconds left on the clock, this really could go either way.
Absolutely, but not with whiffs like that. Whiff from both players coming out actually on opposite teams, and that could be a fantastic chance. Destiny matching out Marmoan, but I'm just looking to Inform. I'm looking for him to make the difference. He's struggled in this game a little bit. He has scored, but there's been a couple of whiffs in there. A little bit of lack of confidence, I would say, from the player at the back at times. And I just want to see him step up now and make the difference. But it looks like VIG are going to go all the way through, and Marmoan again, he's going to get himself another goal.
Notorious take the lead. Iovi equalize. Notorious take the lead. Iovi equalize. Notorious take the lead. Iovi equalize. And now Notorious once again have taken the lead. Are we going to see yet another rerun? Our team blue going to be able to pull this one back. 34 seconds left on the clock for them to do so. Capra trying to establish a buffer, not trying to see this movie again, but it is going to be a breakdown field for the team in blue. Ultra's getting a touch over to the right for Inform, who plays it downfield and across net. Capra coming up to touch as Ultras gets this one down. The Destiny to put in front of net. Ultra's not able to get anything in the air there, and as we close down the seconds, it is going to be very, very difficult for Iovi to bring this back unless they get something miraculous on 0 seconds. They need to keep this up. Destiny's there. The ball is down. Notorious take game 1.
Oh, I thought the equalizer was going to be Destiny right there. Sorry for the pun, but really, really, really close competitive game. Such a minor margin in difference across both teams, and what an incredible game 1. If the other games in this series are as close and as crazy as that, we're going to have a serious series on our hands. But Notorious VIG just about take it, and it's Marmoan's quality once again that's the difference.
What a game. I mean, as you mentioned, if the rest of the series can live up to the standard of play that we witnessed here in game one, then we are in for an absolute treat. Only one goal separating these two teams at the end of regulation time there. Iovi never taking the lead there, equalizing 3 times, but just not able to take the front foot. Do you think that there's something they could do that would allow them to start taking the initiative and actually bringing this game to Notorious?
Yeah, perhaps a little bit one step behind, you could say, Ovi for the entire game, but nevertheless played really solid. But it seemed like they were always answering, like you say, and never getting themselves on the front foot until it was too late, and like they were forced to give an answer because they were down. So we want to see them be more positive from the outset. And I want to see Inform step up, because I was mentioning them in there before. Marmoen got a goal to kind of seal things off. They just looked like he was having a little bit of a shaky game, and if he can step up with this side and really push Iovi on in this match, they are seed number 1. They expect to be the favourites coming into this game and this series, but they didn't quite show it in that first game, and we want to see what all 3 players as a unit have to offer, and we'll find out if they can do that in game number 2.
Capra playing downfield, Ultras getting that one up and onto the backboard, just giving something, giving Marmoen something to think about early on. 30 seconds gone and no early goals here in game 2. Marmoen looking to bang that one home from the midway line. Mati Mumu's touch forward is going to be uncomfortable for Destiny as his teammates find awkward positions downfield. Capra's touch up will be able to set himself, but Ultras is there. Marmoen looking for the shot. Can't find the target, but will find the canister in the blue corner. Destiny's touch a little bit awkward, but Capra able to come and dispossess him for Marmoen to take forward. Down off of the ceiling, Informed there, past Mati Mumu. Capra, the last man, looking into the corner for the pass, but not really finding anything at all. And perhaps a little bit of an uncomfortable start to game 2 from both sides. Neither one really seeming able to find steady ground here.
Yeah, there's been a bit of ping pong between both teams, but that is all you need. Look at that. Picked a spot from Capra right in the top corner. Beat out 2 defenders as well. What a finish. Brilliant stuff. And just as you say, it was evening up, Elliot. BIG once again take the lead.
Oh my goodness, the meeting of the post and the crossbar giving us all sorts of miracles this evening. Capra, for the second time in 2 games, the first to score and putting Notorious into the lead. Just 90 seconds played here, and it is going to be a goal down for Iovi again. They need to pull something back and get their foot on the gas as Destiny breaks downfield. Marmoen getting a touch into the corner to follow himself, but it is a bit awkward. Ultras playing that one. Oh, it's almost off of the corner and in, but Ultras having to do it himself. 1-1.
Oh, Mati Mumu, you got to feel for him. I thought that was an absolutely fantastic save to keep that one out of the crossbar, but Ultra's in the perfect place at the perfect time just to be there to poach that one into the back of the net and get Iovi once again on level terms. It feels like we're on a broken record at this point, Elliot, and could that be the Notorious VIG going to strike next? We'll find out.
Marmoen looking to make it very quick, but Inform doing well there defensively to get that one out and buy some space for his team. Ultra's getting the mid boost there as it comes back towards the blue half. Inform's pass up to Ultras is a little bit too far, but the pressure is good here from Team Blue. Notorious able to squeeze that one out to the left-hand side and break downfield with some pace, but there's no one there really. Destiny not able to get clear before Marmoen's disruption can take him out of the contest even, sorry. Inform playing it over to the left-hand side, looking to follow himself, but without the boost, he's not going to be able to secure a second touch here. Destiny is up very close, but it might just be enough. Mati Mu not letting it come in front of net. Capra now looking for a disruption play, but doesn't read that Destiny is already there, and he can't quite take it all the way himself. But a lot more pressure coming out as we move into the latter half of Game 2 from Iovi.
Yeah, credit to Mati Mu as well. His 2 teammates, Marmoen and Capra, double committed for a clearance there, and he was left in a 1v3 situation, and he got bumped and still managed to make the save, which is absolutely phenomenal defensive work from Mati Mumu to still manage that under so much pressure on his team. But nevertheless, we're finally seeing Iovi come out a little bit and put the orange side under some serious pressure. But what a counter-attack that is. What a caster's curse. And what a goal from Capra. 2-1.
Do you know, I was just going to say that time and time again, we saw Notorious VIG absorb pressure from Volvo V70 in the semi-finals, and then right as they were overextended, snap back with a vicious and precise counter-attack. And I was waiting to see if they would unleash that tactic here in the grand final, and they absolutely have. And what a way to secure the lead once more. Notorious VIG, 90 seconds left on the clock, 2-1 up. Destiny taking a touch onto the left-hand sideboard and breaking downfield, but what a time to move in front again. And Marmoen looking to make this too. Matty Mumu can't quite find it. An interesting one to be sure, but do you think that IOV can do it? They've drawn even again. Is this their opportunity now?
If history is yet to repeat itself, perhaps not, but it's doing so at the minute, and it's got them back into the game, and I'm sure that's what they care about the most. Has to be said, though, with just over a minute, there's every chance if this blue team can get a goal, kind of play down the clock a little bit, play down some time, give themselves a lead going into the final few seconds. That could be huge to give them a game back in this series, but they need to find the all-important goal, and they've struggled to do it unless they're down a goal, and that has been a serious problem for them. They're just reacting too much. I want to see them get on the offense early and try and put some real pressure onto the Notorious VIG.
Lucky not to lose another goal there. A couple of opportunities for Notorious, but it is still square. IOV looking to make something of this. 45 seconds on the clock. Destiny's touch follows himself. Lovely bit of aerial control there as he gets a touch beyond Matty Mumu. Marmoen finds the pass. Matty Mumu's redirect is on target, but Ultra's waiting that one out, patiently biding his time to get the clear. Ultra's looking downfield for Destiny. Capra getting a touch to his own defender at the front post. Matty Mumu taking this one out, but demolished by Inform, actually taking Inform out in the process. 15 seconds left on the clock. It's all square. Maybe an overtime here in game 2, or maybe a late winner as Matty Mumu comes down and has to go back to defend his net. Capra's touchdown is going to be met by Inform as IOV not able to break away here. Ultra's playing to the left, and we're going to see overtime in game number 2.
It's all in the hands of IOV now. They've got to do something different. They've got to try and break the pattern of that one goal in, one goal out mentality and try and get themselves on the score sheet for the first time in this overtime and try and finish them off. You know, we've seen good spells from them, but they've just been slightly outplayed. And Marmoen again showing a brilliant bit of control off the wall and why his team is so good, but they're under pressure. It's not looking good. They might have just been given a lifeline there, IOV, to get this one away. They've got to make something happen, Elliot.
The crossbar being very friendly to IOV for a change there. 30 seconds into overtime. Inform not able to find a touch, but Marmoen sailing clean past as well as Destiny gets a touch over to the right-hand side, buying some space. Ultra's getting it mid. Inform is there with the shot. It's off of the crossbar and out. Matty Mumu's in position but can't find the target. Ultra's going to need to be first to this one and is able to get it clear there. IOV breaking downfield. Destiny with the shot, not going to be able to find the target. Man is in form, not able to either. Destiny's just trying to ram this one round the corner, but with a minute gone in overtime, either team really could take this at any second.
How did Destiny not get that one into the back of the net? I cannot believe it. Capra's gone up for something really, really fantastic, but not found it. There's a bit of an open net there, but Ultra should deal with it. But yeah, it's absolutely crazy. I mean, Destiny with a brilliant chance. You thought after the bump came in, I was sure it was going into the back of the net, but the crossbar helping both teams out at the minute, it seems like, and just being a little bit having too much of an influence in this game. But Destiny's trying to do it all by himself, and I want to see some more involvement from the other two players on IOV, Inform and Ultras. They've got to make an impact. They've got to do something to be that difference and shut down this VIG team. This is their chance. They've got an attack here. Can they do something?
Well, Marmoen sees it's a 1v1, a 2v1 as Capra's to his left. He can't quite bring that one down. Matty Mumu tries his luck, can't squeeze it past Inform. 2 minutes into overtime here in game 2, and this game is pretty important for both teams. It's either going to be the equalizer for IOV or the buffer win for Notorious to put themselves 2 in front. and give them a little bit of confidence moving forward. Mati Mumu's pass downfield to Capra is good. Marmoan's in the same corner as well, so they're a little bit exposed, a bit vulnerable at the back if Blue can break quickly. And Iovi looking to do just that as Ultras plays that round 2. Marmoan getting there before Destiny can, cutting it out effectively, and he looks for the fake, but Inform is there and reads it perfectly. The pass in field is snatched. It's a bit too quick. It's a bit too hasty. Ultra's looking to take that one round with a dribble play, but Capra is going to be there onto the ball. Ultras and Inform playing it to the left. Marmoan shot high over the bar. Uncharacteristic miss there from Marmoan on Team Orange, and with 3 minutes gone, it just needs someone to pick out the back of the net.
Yeah, oh, definitely uncharacteristic. If Marmoan can't hit the back of the net from an open net outside the box, who can? What a chance to go astray. An interesting pinch shot there, could have come away with a goal, but not quite going to find it. And these teams are so competitive, so leveled out. There's another shot coming there from Marmoan, but it should be denied by Inform. But I love the way that VIG are just incorporating all 3 players into the gameplay at the minute. And Destiny seems to be doing a lot of it by himself. Ultras has got some great saves on the board there as well, but I want to see them work as a team, this blue side. It's what they're lacking. A lot of individual play. Capra looking for one of his own. And Marmoan, that man again, to finish the game off. Put VIG 2-0 up in the series.
That started to seem inevitable. The more overtime wore on, it just seemed that Notorious were going to be the ones to take it. And they were. 2-0 so far is the series score, with a couple of very intense games to get us there.
They've got some class about them, haven't they, this Orange team? They've got a style to their play, the way they play with so much confidence, and yet you look at a team like this and you can see it from time to time, but with a player like Marmoan, you'd expect him to sort of run away with things and that these other 2 teammates wouldn't get a look in, but it's not a case with this team. And I think that's what I like to see, that is a difference from your average high-level carry player, is that Mati Mumu and Capra still have a fantastic influence on this team's performance, and that's really what's making the difference. Marmoan is managing to bring both of his teammates into the play. We've seen those team plays, those passes coming out, those demos, helping him get the goals in, and IOV aren't really doing that. They've got Destiny scoring some brilliant goals going forward, but there's a lot less team play, a lot less team integration, and it's letting them down.
19 shots from Notorious in that game. I mean, 11 shots is a lot from Iovi, but it's barely more than half the amount Notorious managed to put on the board there. Do you think that they were really that dominant throughout the game?
Absolutely. I mean, you said it at the end there that it was only a matter of time. It was coming, and they just looked to get better and better and better. So dangerous going forward, and they're just a real menace. And like you say, even when they were under pressure and taking the fire and the heat, they seem to deal with it really well. They kept their cool, they got it clear, they find a pass out, and they find a goal. And that's the kind of class this team has. And at the minute, Iovi, they're not to that level. They're struggling to find it consistently. They can score, and they can certainly do something like Destiny's just done right there. A brilliant double tap off the backboard to finish that one off. Gifted, it has to be said, by an Orange player of Capra, but they're missing that team play, and they need to find it. But this is a great start to get them some momentum in this game number 3.
That is some precision, and that is exactly what IOV needed after failing to take the lead for 2 games in a row. They get themselves out in front early on here in game number 3. This is, of course, a best of 7, so they're not down championship point yet. Oh my goodness, the equalizer almost coming out there from the team in orange, but Blues managed to maintain their early goal ahead. 30 seconds gone here, and a much better start from Iovi.
Yeah, absolutely. And Destiny looking to give themselves a second goal as well. They're looking confident, looking like they've taken some things on board, taken some time to assess the situation, and now they're pushing forward. But again, it doesn't seem to have stopped VIG in any way, shape or form. They do not seem to have slowed down. Again, Marmoan's found a demo and a pass. What a goal coming out from the orange side again. And there is the equaliser. It took them less than a minute.
Marmoan getting a soft touch there, and lovely pass before finding the demo, leaving the keeper flat-footed and blind at the back for that shot, slotted into the bottom corner by Capra. A wonderful way to equalize, and in 3 games so far, after more than 10 goals in total, neither team has managed to take a 2-goal lead yet. It has never been more than a 1-goal difference, and my goodness, if that doesn't go to show just how tightly matched these teams are, I don't know what does.
Yeah, it's a crazy statistic to show really how close they are. It's been competitive throughout. We've given VIG a lot of credit for them taking the 2 wins, and they probably deserved it, but you know, Iovi as well at times have been really fantastic, but 3 players in front of the net all missing the ball, and this is what we talk about. This is the perfect chance from Iovi to take the lead and rewrite the history books that they failed to do for the whole series, and they wasted 2 chances there once again to get themselves into the lead, and you can't be missing chances like this at this level if you want to get away with it and win this series. It's just unacceptable against a player like Marmone, who's going to go forward now and look seriously dangerous. Iovi have got to start taking these chances.
Destiny. Slow play, almost faking it around Marmone there, going forward and looking for a canister that has not materialized. Inform up for the block, able to find something, but only delaying the inevitable clear here as Marmone gets downfield and finds multiple touches. The control is just almost so good that it's become predictable. He's almost easier to read because we know he's going to make contact, and the other team waiting well there as Ultras looks for the shot. Destiny keeping the pressure on. Matty Mumu getting a bit of a disruption play there, but it's a lovely angle to redirect that towards net again. 1-1, just over 2 minutes left in game 3. And it, again, is anyone's game.
Yeah, 100%. It's kind of played down a little bit. We're seeing a bit more ping pong in the middle of midfield, but that can quickly turn around. It's good to see Iovi getting forward once again. They've had the shots. They've had 6 now to Notorious VIG's 3. They've got double the shots. They've had so much more pressure for once. This is probably the best performance we've seen from them in a while, but again, they're looking exposed to the back. That ball could have gone all the way through to the back of their net. They've not got out of the woods, and they're frantically scrambling to get the ball clear, and it just seems like as soon as they push forward, overcommit slightly, it's absolute chaos at the back. They've got to be so careful. Again, that clearance is not good enough. Capra is going to capitalise. It doesn't quite find the back of the net, Elliot. And I'm just not sure what Iovi can do when Notorious VIG turn it up a level, because they just seem to be struggling to deal with the force. But there is a goal coming through the other way. As I've said, that Destiny will pull one out for the blue side.
Against the run of play, it must be fate. Destiny, a snapshot there, you've got to give him credit. He's done well to beat the keeper out there, but goodness me, aren't Iovi lucky not to be a goal down?
Yeah, honestly, I could not agree with you more. They were so under pressure for so long, and there it is. Literally a few seconds later off the kickoff, they knew that the lead wasn't deserved for long, but Marmone coming straight out again and firing, and they've got to do better holding on to it. You know, they finally got given a little bit, like you say, against the run of play, a bit of a lucky charm, a lucky chance to get themselves into the lead. And then just like that, they've thrown it away once again. And I feel for them, but I'm struggling to find a way that they win this series when Marmone is looking this strong, and once again, they concede again.
Marmone putting his team in front for the first time in Game 3, and for the first time in this series, actually manages to turn the tide, and the team that was behind is now up by a single goal. Iovi now down after taking the lead early on and needing to equalize with just over a minute left on the clock, and it is absolutely crucial that they do so, because they do not want to be championship point down without a win on the board.
Absolutely not. Matty Mumu's barely seen the ball in this game, only up to 64 points, barely got his XP for this one. Been putting his feet up and letting Capra and Marmone do all the work. If he can have a rest, then why not? Same on the blue side from Man is in form, but he needs to do something to get his team into the lead. It's good to see Ultras getting forward as well, but I think we need to see a 3-man blue side push now. All 3 of them getting up the field, forcing them under pressure. They've got to force a mistake from Orange, which we've not seen enough to really turn this one around, because they've got a goal to get in order to not bring overtime, and last time overtime didn't exactly go their way.
Oh, Destiny with great play here to get this in front of net, and Ultras is there to bring it back, and we're all square once again.
A simple goal, a demo, a pass. It's brilliant stuff over Capra as well. You thought he would have done better on the front post to get rid of that one, but Iovi are in it. They've got a chance. This is their lifeline. They have to take it, Elliot. I don't know how many times I have to say it. Inform's not got a shot on target. This is his game to make an impact and give Iovi a game in this series.
Destiny controlling that as Marmone goes past the ball, and now it is going to be very uncomfortable for the team in orange. That pinch absolutely vital as both players completely missed the ball in the air there. Ultra's playing downfield, and he does manage to buy some space. Destiny's there with the challenge, but Matty Moo not going to be beaten. And 2 players in orange are up there. If Blues can keep it, they can't. Overtime in game 3. Absolutely critical win here for the team in blue as Ultras gets that one high and downfield. Capra touching it, but only finding a blue player in Ultras. Destiny putting it onto the backboard and chasing himself. He's looking for the angle. An easy save from Matty Mumu as they actually able to turn that one around and break down field into blue territory. 20 seconds into overtime. A lot of pressure from Team Blue, but is it going to be too much? Are they going to overextend again? What do you think, Astral?
It's absolutely possible, but you know, you got to give them credit. You got to give them a chance. I believe in them. They've had some good play. Ultras is really stepping up in this game number 3, really putting pressure on for VIG. But that counter-attack, like you say, could be a problem. And Capra was looking to cause it with the bumps and the demos, and that's something we've seen from this orange side of VIG that we've not really seen from IOV enough, and that could be so crucial in getting them a goal. And what a save from Marmone to keep it level. And again, another block comes out, and IOV with a brilliant chance to finish this one off, but just couldn't take it.
Destiny coming down, looking for the ground pinch, finds it. It's beyond 2. Marmoen having to come and clean that one up, clearing it out, getting some breathing room for his teammates there as Ultras carries over to the right-hand side. Marmoen's touch forward is met immediately by Inform, who looks to take it all the way, but that's not going to be enough power. Matty Mumu's touch leaving it hanging in front of net. Destiny can't follow it, and now it's a chance for Orange to break downfield. Capra's touch met immediately by 2 blue players in the midfield. Destiny turning around, but immediately cut down by Matty Mumu. Capra coming up, Marmoen entering the melee at midfield, Ultras coming forward and getting a touch, but at Capra getting a block. Inform can't get it beyond Matty Mumu. The ball is ping-ponging about. It's impossible to see who is going to take this one. 2 minutes left into, 2 minutes gone into overtime in game number 3. 3 goals apiece. Matty Mumu trying to get the clincher. Destiny keeping it above his own net here as he finally manages to get it clear for the team in blue. But it does look favourable for the orange side here. Notorious VIG coming forward once again. Matty Mumu's touch over the backboard. Capra's there, but he can't find the angle. Destiny getting it clear again. Notorious a little bit unlucky not to take the win there.
Yeah, for the first time in a while, they can't find the back of the net. Destiny's doing all he can to get the ball away, frantically scrambling it out. Again, the ball goes into middle, but there's no one there. Ultra's shot as well off target as he tries to finish it off. And IOV have been under so much pressure, but VIG actually haven't built hit the back of the net, which is a very rare sign for them. But IOV have got to capitalise that on. They've got to take chances. Destiny again with another save. But if they're soaking up all this pressure, there is a chance for a counter-attack if VIG overcommit, but they've got to spot it, they've got to pick it out, and these long balls that they play downfield could be so crucial in finding that. They've just got to put it in the right place, perhaps have a player already sitting upfield at the right time to find a pass that will split that orange side apart and give them the victory in this game, which could be absolutely crucial, because if they lose this one, Elliot, it's going to be absolutely hell on the reverse sweep.
Capra with the shot, but it's going to be over and wide. He can't find the touch, not enough boost as Matty Mumu looks for the target. Marmoen, third man up, but third time is not the charm here. Capra looking for the pass infield. Matty Mumu keeping the pressure on, but Ultras will emerge with control. Marmoen closing down the gap, and Capra following up with quite an angle as Destiny makes yet another save. Matty Mumu's touch is good. Ultras is there though, and Destiny will find a knock forward to take that one round Marmoen. Capra clearing downfield to Marmoen with no boost. Ultras, the last man, keeping that one out of the net into the blue corner and getting up on it again to find some control in the air, but Marmoen closing that one down before it can get started. It's in front of net again. Destiny with his 5th save of game number 3. A 4-minute overtime. Just this game is so intense. Both teams looking for the deal breaker here, trying to ruin it for the other side. Destiny looking to take control here as he waits for the ball to come down, but Capra's shot needing to be saved. He'll find his 6th. Who's going to break the deadlock, Astral?
Well, in 30 seconds, it's going to be 10 minutes. If somebody doesn't do it, I'd look towards VIG. They've been the star team throughout, and you'd think once again when the difference matters, they usually find it. It's usually Marmon or Capra. Matty Mumu with a brilliant chance. We've seen how good he is at forcing the ball through the back of the net and through the keeper, but couldn't do so there. But if Iovi can find one of these counters, Destiny's up to 1,000 points right now, and it could go even higher. That's a counter-attack shot. Capra finds the back of the net for VIG, and we are going to series point. They take it in just under 10 minutes.
And that is almost an identical goal to the one that we saw Capra score, if not in this game, then in game number 2. The snap pass out, just by the tip of the nose of his car, getting the shot on target all the way downfield. Capra scoring over 1,000 points, Destiny scoring over 1,000 points, and once again, the game settled by a goal in overtime. Notorious VIG moving on to championship point.
Iovi have got to be absolutely gutted, but I just want to touch on that pass that you were talking about, that Capra downfield play just to split the defense open and find that open net. They've done it time and time again, Notorious VIG, and again, it was fantastically played. A great finish as well from Capra to get it into the net. You know, it might be open, but you've still got to find it from the halfway line. That can be tricky. He did so, no problem at all, and what an intense match. 10 minutes, but how bad it must feel for Iovi to have, what is that, 16 shots on target, 9 for Destiny, and still not enough to win this game.
A second overtime as well, and goodness me, wasn't it intense? And just the amount of aggression we're seeing from both teams. I mean, 9 shots to 8, Notorious in the first game, 19 shots to 11 in the second, and 18 shots to 16 in the third. Both of these teams are coming out so hard and so strong in this grand final, and it would be a terrible shame for it to end after just 4 games here in a best of 7.
Yeah, I could not agree more, and I couldn't have said it better myself, but Iovi, they're on series point. They've got one chance to turn this around before they put the full nail in the coffin and they get sent to good night. It'll be a real shame, like you say, for it to end 4-0, but they've been so close, and I just worry that their morale has been completely dinted and shaken, losing this many games back to back and getting so close, getting closer and closer every game and still not managing to get it done. This is the all-important one. They have to get it done here, or we'll be crowning a champion in 5 minutes' time. No pressure on Iovi at all. Just 5 minutes, one game at a time. Can they do it?
30 seconds gone, and we are without an opening goal in game number 4 here. The grand final of RSC EU's Elite Playoffs. The Iovi, the team in blue, head-to-head with Notorious VIG, the team in orange, and they are championship point up now, Notorious VIG. They just need to win this last game, and they are the winners, the champions of the Elite League, but they still have a chance. Iovi need a win here. That shot cut out at the last by Capra, keeping them from taking the lead as Man is in form, is bumped off of the ball there. Marmon sending it downfield as Ultras takes a touch to himself off the sidewall. Capra closing down the gap, but Destiny beaten out on the backboard. Ultra's not going to be able to get there, and that one very lucky to not find the back of the net. 90 seconds gone, no goals in game number 4.
Yeah, quite a difference from what we saw in the previous game, but nevertheless, it's still end-to-end. We're still getting chances, and Iovi actually having double the shots of VIG at the moment, only 2-1, might add, but nevertheless, they're getting chances once again, but it could come out just like this. Marmon is up, gets denied by Destiny. Both teams looking so strong, and again, and I'm really shocked that Iovi, they've kept themselves together. They're coming out with the strength to keep on firing despite losing 3 games and losing after 10 minutes in such a difficult overtime. They're not done. They're not giving up. They're playing until the very final game in the final second, and you love to see this confidence.
In form. Onto the sidewall, but Capra's going to beat him there. Marmon will be second to that, and it's off of the crossbar. Not favorably for either team, really. Matty Mumu not being able to find the net beyond inform. Ultra's now slotting it into the corner, doesn't want to let that one hang in front of net for too long. Looking for a pass to inform. Marmon cuts it out, but Ultras is going to be there again, looking for the same man. Destiny taking control with no boost. It's going to be uncomfortable, so he'll back out, try and find a canister in mid or in his own corner, but there is nothing to be had. Matty Mumu looking to capitalize on that fact, but can't find the target. Ultra's playing long downfield. Marmoen is going to be able to find a touch on the backboard and gets his double to create some space on the left-hand side for Capra to move into. Can't guide it round the corner as Destiny takes control. Ultra's now looking for his teammate as Destiny cuts it across and tries to sneak it above and over Marmoen, but with just under 2 minutes left on the clock, it's looking like whoever scores first could be the winners here to take game 4.
Yeah, and what an important goal it would be. Absolutely crucial to decide this game. And I'm looking over at IOV because obviously this is the game they have to make count. And kind of, I want to see them get a goal that's not through a solo goal from Destiny, because that is what we've seen most of the time. That is the main way that they score goals. And Ultras and Inform, of course, add great value to this side, but they don't offer much going forward as such. They're both very strong defensively. And I want to see something else come forward. And there's a great chance with Inform passing to Ultras, but once again, not finding through, and I think they just need a little bit more creativity, a little bit more aggressiveness in the final third to just find that goal to make the difference.
Destiny once again moving forward with no boost at all in the tank. We just passed 60 seconds left on the clock. Ultras double committing with Inform there. The mistake immediately pounced upon Marmoen, finding the first goal of game 4 with only 50 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, Inform and Ultra just scrambling to reach that one, but all three players surrounding that blue goal from VIG trying to slam it home. Marmoen is the one to get it done with that brilliant pass from Capra, and again, they just look so fierce. I've talked about it over and over again. So much going forward, but Ultras has got a quick answer. That is an early equaliser we did not expect. Only took him 10 seconds. What a goal to bring this one back level.
Lovely kickoff goal there. It's exactly what they needed. The final minute just gets more and more spicy here. Game 4, championship point on the line. Notorious just need a goal in front to take this entire championship, but Destiny not letting that happen. 40 seconds left on the clock. IOV absolutely need a goal to stay in this one now. Ultras banging it downfield, looking to just sneak through the gap there as Capra finds a touch to Mati Mumu on the sidewall. Inform playing it up the right-hand side. Destiny coming up to follow. Marmoen beaten out to that one. The 50 is good. Ultra's not there. Capra's touch downfield is met by Inform. The pass over to the left, taking both teams by surprise a little bit and allowing Destiny some space to get a bump play. Marmoen getting the save. Mati Mumu getting the follow-up. 7 seconds left on the clock. They can't afford for a quick counter-attack now. Marmoen looking for the shot. Mati Mumu banging it homeward. It's off of the crossbar. It's off of a player. It's down. And it's overtime here in game number 4.
Oh, for the bar, it was so close. I could see Inform was kicking himself. They really wanted to be that third man to commit and get a winning goal from IOV, but I think his teammates thought better of it. Better not commit as that third man. It could be so important. If you concede at the other end, it could cost us the whole thing. And they made the right approach as they nearly scored anyway, VIG, but were just denied by the crossbar, like you said. But now, once again, we have a second overtime. Chance for IOV to prove themselves and get redemption. But once again, so much pressure on them to turn this one around. Can they do it, Elliot?
I can't predict anything in this series. Inform playing that one down to the left-hand side, but Marmoen chasing up, not giving them any room to breathe. Destiny is forward and in position to receive. That one is down off of the corner, but Mati Mumu following up with possession effectively. Ultras and Inform double committing as Destiny takes control following his own touch off of the sidewall, and it is an absolutely glorious shot, and they finally catch a break. Deep in overtime, we have a winner from IOV.
Well, it had to be a cracker, didn't it, to get through in this series, and it's beaten all three. That shot from Destiny coming from downtown, all three players underneath it, not one of them getting it out the goal, and IOV get themselves a game in this series.
I almost can't believe it. 9 shots coming out there from IOV in that game. The fewest shots total that we've seen in this entire series. Notorious only getting 6 on the board compared to 18 in game 3, 19 in game 2, and yet still only a 1-goal gap. It's actually crazy just how tight this series is.
Maybe so. Nobody pressured that ball at the end from VIG. I wonder if there was a bit of nerve setting in, thinking, you know, they were 1 goal away from taking the entire thing. And perhaps that got to them. They just gave Destiny a little bit too much time. We know how good he is and how vital he is for this Iovi team. You give him a little bit too much time and bang, straight into the top corner from Destiny. They get themselves back into this series, and what an important time to do it. There wasn't any more time left. But now they've got a mountain, one game at a time. It's going to be a very, very slow climb indeed, but it's possible. You've got to think it's possible from here. They wouldn't have taken that game if they didn't think it was.
Astral, do you believe it? Do you believe in the reverse sweep?
We love a good reverse sweep, don't we, Elliot? We absolutely love one. It's going to be a real task. I'm not sure it's possible, and I really, really wouldn't want to be an Iovi fan right now, but you can never say never. There's always a chance.
Anyone who's seen me cast before knows full well how much I love to get behind a reverse sweep, but a grand final elite playoff reverse sweep in a best of 7, it doesn't get much saucier than that. Can I get a hashtag I believe in the chat, please? Hashtag I believe. We're going to see the team in blue, Iovi, head to head with the team in orange, Notorious VIG, as they seek to take this one game at a time down championship point. Can they get the reverse sweep? 30 seconds into game number 5, and they haven't given anything up yet. Ultra's turning on the backboard, getting an uncomfortable touch there. Matty Mumu driving it home, and Iovi are going to have to come from behind again.
They will have to come from behind again, but they've got used to it, and that doesn't rule them out at all. Matty Mumu putting himself in a perfect position to fire that rocket over Ultras and Destiny. Right under the bar and into the top corner. What a great finish indeed to get themselves into the lead of this game. They don't seem shaken by losing that last one at all, but there's still plenty more time left in this one. Over 4 minutes to go, and Ultra's looking to answer and does so really quickly indeed. It's 1-1 here and not even a minute gone.
Another kickoff goal from Ultras to bring Iovi straight back into it, and that's just placement, isn't it? Finds the bottom corner absolutely beautifully.
Yeah, placement can be crucial, and kickoff goals can be crucial as well. And 2 kickoff goals being absolutely vital, and that one could play another huge part in Iovi getting another game later on down the line. We'll have to see in 4 minutes' time if it's enough for them to seal it out with another goal. But yeah, like you say, placement so important, and that's really been the difference in the shooting so far.
Destiny, managing to take that touch beyond Marmoan, but Capra closing him down very, very well. Ultra's up first. He is going to beat Matty to the ball, finding his feet, but not finding control, and almost a fantastic disruption play there from Notorious moving forward. Actually, a wonderful movement there from the team to spot that and pick it out, but it isn't over yet. Marmoan is there, and he's going to slot it behind the goalkeeper to put him back in the lead.
Again, a great finish from Marmo, and just looking at the goalkeeper on the line. Destiny it was, just seeing he had the momentum, placing it behind him, tried the backflip, couldn't get anywhere near it. Another great finish coming out, and once again, like you say, the Notorious VIG have the lead. But history would say there's an equaliser on the way, and with 3 minutes 30, it's definitely on the cards and possible.
Oh, the reflected shot there, the block, the 50, almost putting them 2 goals in front for the first time in the entire series, but not to be. Just over 3 minutes on the clock. Notorious breaking downfield. That's almost a fantastic shot from Capra, but no such luck. Capra now up again in mid, confusing everyone there as Marmoan now takes a touch. Aerial control is absolutely phenomenal, but Destiny is going to be the one to take the control of the ball as he breaks downfield here. The dribble play, absolutely glorious, and he looks for the top corner, but cuts it just too hard and sacrifices his opportunity to bring us all square again. The game is halfway through. Inform not able to get the clear, but Ultra will. And it's starting to look a little bit uncomfortable for Iovi, I have to say.
Yeah, but with Destiny, it was another great attack. Everything was perfect until the finish. The car control, the dribble, the flick was good, but not quite good enough. Matty Mumu found the back of the net again. It came off an Iovi car who's flipping across trying to save it. It wasn't enough, and another brilliant strike from the outside of the area finds the back of the net. It's looking good for VIG.
Finally, for the first time in the entire Grand Final series, a team is ahead by 2. It took over 20 goals. In fact, that was the 26th goal to be scored in this series before they actually more than a goal apart. And Destiny closing that straight back down to a 1-goal deficit with just over 2 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, that gap being forced shut. I wouldn't count them out just yet. 2 minutes still to go. Ultra already up for that one. Knew it was dropping in. And I think this time, Elliot, I think the I believes need to be hyped back up, because this IOV team is not done yet. No matter how many games they lose, no matter how many goals they concede, they will not lie down. And Inform looking for another great chance to give them a goal. Ultra's coming in as well. IOV believe. Some of you in the chat believe, and I still believe that this game is not done and IOV can take it.
Hashtag I believe coming out from Astral there as Inform bangs it on target. Marmoan with a very, very clinical save, keeping his lead intact. Destiny trying to move forward and get something with very little boost. The positioning is fantastic. Ultras is there to receive the pass. Marmoan's save is very, very good. Matty Mumu getting it clear. The shot launched downfield. The counter attack now, the team orange, immediately going to be countered by Destiny moving forward. His flick is non-existent. Inform taking a very slow touch and getting it forward, but he's taking it off target. Ultras is there. Ultras finds the back of the neck, and we're all square again in game number 5.
Oh, I couldn't believe it. Inform redirecting it away from goal. I thought that was the script written right there, but no, once again, Ultras pops up in the perfect place at the perfect time, right under the bar again, above the defenders into the back of the net, and with just over a minute, we are 3-3. Is that another kickoff goal just denied by Capra? I thought IOV were going to continue their run of kickoff goals, which they've been so dangerous with. And 3-3 with a minute to go again. It couldn't be another overtime, Elliot, could it? Surely?
55 seconds left to wait and see, but Destiny's not waiting around. He's trying to make sure that he is in control of his own fate. 4-3 IOV.
Yeah, Marmon, be careful. That strike coming in. Capra's momentum taking him backwards. Could not get the save. Destiny's here to play. You thought IOV were down and out a game ago, but they've come back to life and they're into the lead once again. They've got the confidence. They're pushing forward. They've got 50 seconds, but they've got to deal with a Marmoon on the ceiling, which they do fantastically. As long as Capra can't score this one, they're out of the woods. They're certainly not out of the woods. Capra can absolutely score this one. It is 4-4 once again.
It could not get more back and forth than this. I thought that finally a team might pull away when Notorious moved into a 2-goal lead for the first time in the entire series. But it's back. We're all square. 43 seconds on the clock, and it might as well be 0-0. Either team scoring a goal could be the deciding factor of this entire championship. As Ultras goes up, he finds a glorious redirect, but Marmoan is there, takes control. Capra with a touch now into his own corner as Inform plays it onto the backboard. Capra's touch met by Inform as Matty Mumu 50s it out to the halfway line. Destiny can't find the block on Capra. Ultra's now looking for a snapshot upfield, but he's just passed the ball back to Marmoan. Inform now off of the ceiling. Capra looking to follow that one up, but double committing with his teammate. 10 seconds left on the clock. IOV need to clear their lines. Destiny downfield with no boost. He's looking for a bump. He can't find a disruption. He might find a canister as Matty Mumu playing this one forward for Notorious VIG. It's down. It's in front of net, and it is killed for the third overtime of the final.
That could have been the decider right there. Just needed a nudge over the line. I think my breath of blowing it would have done enough to get it through, but not quite. Marmoan looking to finish it with a flip reset, but doesn't pull it off. And honestly, this overtime, I mean, it's been going all day long. They just keep coming in again. IOV put themselves in this position. I think they're making it more stressful than it needs to be. But honestly, Capra's shot from downtown finishes it off.
What a way. What a way for this to end. Just 21 seconds into overtime. Sorry, the fourth overtime of the series, not the third. Capra with the snapshot finds the back of the net. Notorious VIG closing down any hope of a reverse sweep and crowning themselves victorious, the champions of RSC EU's Elite Division.
Yeah, Season 5 champions, the Notorious VIG. Congratulations to them. What a performance. Well deserved. Marmoan pulling out the be careful back to Destiny at the end, which is good to see the bit of banter between the two teams. But what a great performance. I mean, I need a breather after that to relax. But jeez, absolutely crazy stuff from both teams. That was not the goal I expected to finish it off, but came out of nowhere. And my crystal ball was so close to giving us that 4-2, but just quite slipped up tonight on that final series and ended up being 4-1. But it didn't feel like a 4-1 in all honesty. Iovi gave everything, and fair play to both teams.
It's really, really a tough way to lose. I think that might be the closest final I've ever seen. 31 goals scored in total across 5 games. A team only went ahead by 2 goals once, and that's it. It was always within 1 goal for the entire series, and goodness me, it couldn't have been much more entertaining. And I'm surprised to see a 4-1 scoreline on the series, because honestly, it could have gone to game 7 very easily.
Absolutely crazy. It really, really could have gone to game 7. There were some great goals, some great individual play. It was so back and forth, some drama. I see everyone in the chat was talking about it being scripted. The story of the games was written that well, but quite far from it. It was very spontaneous at times with the goals going in, but so much drama, so much excitement, and what a great game to watch.
Absolutely fantastic. And we do have the winning team ready and waiting for their victory interview. So let's get them into the VC now. Marmoan, Capra, Matty Mumu. Congratulations, boys. How does it feel?
First season in RSC, pretty sure for all 3 of us. So first season, we come out as champions.
Wow, what a way to enter. There's not much more of an entrance that you can make to a league than that. What I actually just want to ask, when you were on series point, on championship point in game number 4, and you're heading into that overtime, and then they score a goal and you suddenly have to go to game 5, was there any doubt? Did any doubt enter your mind as to whether or not you could actually park the bus, or were you confident to the end?
We were really confident.
Thinking of it in this way, basically we're 3 games up, so we had 3 more games to lose. So we just thought we'd give them one. So we were chilling. We took the next one after.
Were you surprised though by the fight that they had? Like every game, I mean, you beat them, like you say, 3 straight games, and yet every game they came back with the same energy, firing again. And it was crazy to see the effort that they put in, and they didn't seem shaken by the fact that they'd lost at all. Were you shocked by how much they came firing out after you beat them 3 games to go to overtime again?
Honestly, that was a crazy series. Just goals galore everywhere. Just back and forth. All games were always like 4-all, 3-all. So yeah, congrats to them fighting back like that. After we'd 3 series up anyway, 3 games up, and they just kept coming back at us, just kept scoring at us. I reckon if we'd have definitely gone game 7, they'd have probably took it, but we had to close them down quick time.
Well, an absolute nail biter there, even though it did end 4-1. All I can ask is, are we going to see you signing up tomorrow for season number 6?
Most likely from me, yeah. Coming for number 2.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, boys. Congratulations on your win. Absolutely deserved. Very well done. And we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you. See ya.
Wow, what a series to close out the evening. RSC EU Season 5 Elite Playoff Grand Finals. Notorious VIG emerging notorious victorious. And what a way to do it.
Yeah, Matty Mumu, Marmon, and Capra. Great team performance, some great games. Honestly, could not have asked for a better final. The semi-finals were completely not what we expected, but the grand final lived up to all the hype. I think everybody enjoyed it. It was just a thoroughly great series throughout. Congratulations once again to the guys, and we'll get on to the final last bits that we want to talk about, Elliot, and just thank everybody for helping out.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone who's actually sticking around to hear out the end of stream ramble shamble from us to here. We have some notes from the management of RSC on behalf of Archeon, Satu, and Frizz, who have been putting this together. They want to say a big thank you to everyone who's been involved in Season 5, from the player sign-ups, which have doubled since Season 4, to staff, media committee, streamers, casters, And a massive thank you, of course, to Super for putting together such incredible graphics throughout. And what a beautiful stream we have seen for these final playoff games. Sign-ups for Season 6 are going to be available tomorrow, including the feedback forms for Season 5. That's Monday, the 23rd of November. League play will be kicking off on the 11th of January, and there is a big way to go here. The league is just starting to take off, and we would love to see you all next season to join us for yet more crazy Rocket League action. What a night it has been, Astral. That was a hell of a final series.
Yeah, crazy night, crazy final series. Thank you for all 4 teams. Actually, Volvo V70 as well gave a great fight, as did Raised Legion, but it just wasn't to be. Iovi so close at the end, but didn't get it done. Notorious VIG came out the better team. Prediction was close, but not close enough. And I want to thank all the RSC guys, the admins and the managers as well for inviting me and you, Elliot, on tonight. And to the community guys for bringing us in and accepting us to cast your finals. It's really appreciated. You've been really warm and welcoming to us, so we really do appreciate it. It's been great to be on here tonight, and we've had some great games, so thank you so much.
It's been an absolute pleasure. If you don't know, obviously, Astral and I both have our own Twitch channels. So check us out on twitch.tv/Tofu Elliot and twitch.tv/Astral RL. There is no underscore there. But actually, it's not RL on Twitch. Astral's name on Twitch is Astral, but with 4 A's before the S. Have I got that right?
That is correct. I should get that switched up to match with my Twitter, shouldn't I? My Twitter is Astral RL that you can see on your screen, and Elliot's, of course, is Tofu Elliot.
And who knows, if you go over to both of our streams, drop a follow, maybe drop a cheeky Twitch Prime subscription, one day maybe I'll show you all my pad. Who knows? But we can't stay any longer. We've got no more games. What a series to finish things up after 2 semi-final sweeps. Absolute calamity in the final. 4-1, our champions, Notorious VIG. What a way to win it. But that is going to be everything here from us. I just want to say a big thank you to Senji, our broadcaster, our behind-the-scenes man, keeping it all flowing this evening and doing a spectacular job for very little recognition. So big thank you, Senji, and a big thank you to all of you for watching. And as Astral said, for being so warm and welcoming. It's been an absolute pleasure. But that's it from here. From us here at the RSC. What an evening of Rocket League. It's been magnificent, and we're going to have to see you next season. So until next time, I've been Tofu Elliot.
And I've been Astral.
Thanks for watching. See you soon.